differently to last week to get through the tie? And secondly, what's the update on the fitness of Martial, Anthony, and Harry Maguire?
Well, let's start with that. Of course, we have still a training to go, but I expect Harry Maguire and Anthony Dos Santos available. Anthony Martial is not available. He's back on the pitch, not back in the team training, so we'll wait for that. Yeah, and what we do different, that is, we will see tomorrow on the pitch, and then you see it. We have an idea, of course, but of course we can't tell that now.
Primeramente, buenos días, ¿cómo estás? Primeramente, ¿qué hay que hacer diferente en esta vuelta contra el Barcelona? Y segundo, ¿me puedes poner al día sobre si están en condiciones Martial, Anthony y también Maguire? Pues la respuesta, empezamos primeramente con los que están en condiciones. Martial y Anthony van a estar en condiciones, pero algunos de los jugadores, Martial, no va a estar en condiciones. Está entrenando con nosotros, está de nuevo en la cancha jugando, pero no va a poder participar mañana. ¿Y qué hay que hacer diferente? Pues veremos mañana la idea que tenemos. Hay que ver lo que pasa en el campo.
Thank you. Eric, hi. Barcelona over recent years have had to make some pretty serious financial decisions, in part to try and keep up with clubs like United and those in the Premier League. Given your experience outside of England in particular and now coming into the Premier League, do you have any issues with how much more money Premier League clubs have to spend, even over a club like Barcelona, world famous, supported by so many millions?
Yeah, it's obvious. I think that is the developments in international football, and so there are regulations, and everyone has to keep the regulations. It's also clear, but be fair, I'm not totally informed about all those regulations. It's not my job in the club. My job is to have a good team, to develop the team, and so give good team performances.
La pregunta era sobre el Barcelona y la parte financiera y lo que hay que hacer, por ejemplo, equipos como Man United en la Premier, para seguir gastando dinero para poder competir con clubes como Barcelona, que tienen tantos fans, que millones de seguidores. Y la respuesta, obviamente, eso se trata del desarrollo del fútbol internacional, de las normas, que hay que seguir esas normas, pero si te soy sincero, no estoy totalmente informado con lo que pasa en ese asunto. Yo me encargo más del desarrollo del equipo en el campo.
Eric, a big week for Manchester United that kicked off with that impressive win over Leicester. Did you expect massive occasions like this, the game against Barcelona and then the cup final, to come so early on in your spell as United boss? And can you give us an idea of how the dressing room, how excited they are for this week?
Oh, yeah, definitely. And we all want to play big games, big matches. And that is, but when we were young and we dreamed of it. And we are now in a position, and it's still February, as you say. But a big game is coming up, and we are really enjoy it. We're really looking forward to it. We're really excited. And we have to give our best because we want to match with the best.
Y la pregunta es una gran semana, obviamente. Iniciaste esta semana con una victoria impresionante contra el Leicester. Después, obviamente, tenés la final del Carling del Copa de la Liga. ¿Cómo está el vestuario? ¿Están muy emocionados? ¿Y pensabas que iba a venir tan temprano esas posibilidades de jugar los partidos grandes en tu carrera aquí en Man United? Obviamente, la respuesta era, obviamente, estamos muy contentos. Todos queremos jugar estos grandes partidos. Era un sueño para muchos de nosotros de joven, y solo estamos en febrero. Tenemos grandes partidos y estamos listos para disfrutar este partido y dar el mejor en el campo.
Rafa, you have experience with how difficult it is to beat Barcelona and play in those occasions. How impressed were you with how the team performed at Camp Nou, and how confident are you that you guys can finish the job tomorrow night?
I think the first game against Barcelona was a very good game, top level, two offensive teams who wants to press high on the pitch. The level was very good, and it was a good result for us. Obviously, in the first half we could score maybe more goals, but in general we played with character and personality on the pitch, which was very important. And I think for the second game, we know exactly how we want to play. We want to play with passion, with discipline on the pitch, and believe. And I think we have a good team and we are ready for that challenge.
Sí, la pregunta era, Rafa, has tenido experiencia de enfrentar a Barcelona y sabes lo que significa y lo que hay que hacer para ganarle al Barça. ¿Te quedaste impresionado con lo que hicieron en el Camp Nou y estás confiado de que pueden terminar el trabajo? Y la respuesta, primeramente, creo que jugamos un buen partido. Era un partido de alto nivel de los dos equipos ofensivos, presionando alto. Tuvimos un buen resultado. Creo que en la primera parte podíamos haber marcado más goles, pero demostramos el carácter, personalidad en el campo. Y yo creo que con paciencia, disciplina y tener esa fe podemos tener un buen resultado también aquí.
Diego.
Rafa, if I could ask, how much confidence does it give an effectively new team to win a match of this size against an opponent of this size?
I think on the last month we grew a lot. I think we are playing with more confidence, and tomorrow the atmosphere will be electric. So we have to manage our emotions and stay calm and believe. And I think we improved a lot already as a team. And the next step is to beat teams like Barcelona, and it's a great challenge for us and a great opportunity.
Si la pregunta es cuánta confianza y para tener un nuevo equipo, poder enfrentar a un equipo o equipos tan grandes del tamaño de Barcelona. Y la respuesta de Rafa era, creo que hemos crecido muchísimo en este mes, tenemos más posibilidades, más confianza. Mañana el ambiente va a ser eléctrico y tenemos que gestionar nuestras emociones, tenemos que mantener la calma y creer. Y creo que hemos mejorado bastante. Ahora es cuestión de subir un escalón más y es un reto bastante grande contra el Barcelona y creo que estamos listos para este reto.
Samuel.
Rafa, what's been the difference between this season and last season, which was regarded as one of the worst seasons the club's had in a long time, whereas this season everyone feels that the club's a genuine force again?
I think first of all it's the confidence, and secondly I think it's the discipline. I think tactically we are following exactly the rules, and we know exactly how we want to play, how we want to manage the game, and and I think the quality is in the squad, but I think with a little bit more experience and the mentality of competition and winning mentality, we already improved a lot, and that's maybe the difference between this season and the last seasons.
La pregunta era ¿qué tan diferente ha sido como esta temporada? La temporada pasada por muchos era una de las peores en los últimos tiempos. Ahora mismo el Man United de nuevo es una fuerza, digamos. La respuesta era, primeramente creo que se trata de la confianza y por segundo es la disciplina y de hecho de que estamos siguiendo algo más táctico, siguiendo las normas, jugando tácticamente mejor, y creo que eso también creo que hemos mejorado en cuanto al plantel. Tenemos un equipo con más experiencia, esa mentalidad de competir, y de así se puede tener como una mentalidad ganadora, y creo que estamos haciendo bien, y por eso creo que son las mayores diferencias entre esta temporada y la última.
Dave.
Hi, you were pictured having dinner, I think, with Sir Alex Ferguson. The picture has come out. I appreciate you may not want to divulge what was said, but how valuable is it having his experience and expertise to call upon when needed, particularly ahead of big European nights like tomorrow night?
Oh, it's massive. And I always enjoy it to speak with people who have a lot of knowledge, have a lot of experience, and he wants to share it, and so he wants to help, he wants to support. You feel Manchester United is his club. He feels so committed, and he wants that we are doing well, and so it was a great night. I'm looking forward for next night with him.
Sí, la pregunta es, hemos visto las fotos de ti cenando con Alex Ferguson. Quizás no vas a querer hablar sobre lo que hablaron, pero ¿qué tan importante, hasta qué punto puede ser importante esa experiencia y ese conocimiento para noches así grandes, europeas, como las que tienes mañana? La respuesta es enorme, ¿no? Yo disfruto hablar con las personas que tienen conocimiento, y también él quiere compartir su conocimiento y su apoyo para Manchester United. Es su club y está comprometido, y me encanta hablar con él, y fue muy importante para mí, y espero ya con ganas de que tenemos la próxima cita.
Take a couple of Spanish questions.
Buenos días, Eric. Mañana Xavi tiene las bajas de Gavi, también de Pedri. ¿Cómo crees que puede afectar esto al Barcelona? Y si crees que Xavi puede ofrecer o puede apostar por un sistema diferente al de 4 mediocampistas que vimos en el Camp Nou. Gracias.
So first and foremost, hi Eric. I just wonder what your thoughts were, given that Xavi is going to be without Gavi and Pedri, who played in the first game, and I wondered whether or not you had an opinion on if Xavi is going to change his system, perhaps put 4 across the middle as he did in Camp Nou.
Yeah, so I don't know what Xavi is thinking, but there's obviously Gavi, Pedri, big, great players. Although they are very young, they already have a positive effect on the game of Barcelona. But also their squad is so much depth in it that they have players who can replace them, and tomorrow will be a very good team for Barcelona. So if we want to win, we have to play our best.
Primeramente, no sé, obviamente él tendrá sus planes. Gavi y Pedri son muy buenos jugadores, pero también son jóvenes, pero contribuyen a la forma de jugar positiva del Barça. Pero obviamente tienen un buen grupo, hay mucha profundidad en ese grupo, y seguramente podrá encontrar a alguien para reemplazar a esos jugadores, pero tenemos que estar listos y tenemos que estar preparados, tenemos que jugar bien mañana.
La pregunta para Rafa, Francesc Autor de TV3. Te quería preguntar, Rafa, lo mismo. Tú estuviste en el campo con Pedri, con Gavi la semana pasada. También tiene una baja de Dembélé, si puedes contestar en español, por favor. ¿Cómo les puede afectar, y si esto os hace, jugando en casa con el ambiente de Trafford, favoritos para ganar?
Bueno, yo creo que son bajas importantes para ellos, pero creo que el Barça tiene una plantilla muy grande, y será un partido de alto nivel. Tenemos que estar preparados para competir, y sabemos que la filosofía, el estilo de juego será lo mismo, unos cambios de jugadores, pero la idea será la misma, y tenemos que estar preparados para jugar bien, o quizás mejor que en la primera vuelta, para ganar y clasificarnos.
So the question was, if you could answer in Spanish, was the request. Obviously, we've spoken about the fact that Gavi and Pedri will hopefully be missing for this second leg, but also Dembele. Can you tell us what you feel, Rafa, about those absences, and do you think that makes your team favourites tomorrow? And the answer was, obviously they're important absences in the squad, but also Barcelona have a big squad, and they can find replacements for this. We need to be prepared to compete, and they can bring players in who are ready to play in this game. I think we have to be prepared, and we have to play the same or even better to go through and qualify for the next round.
Last two, one Spanish, one English. The lady there. Yeah.
I'm not Spanish.
Sorry. Okay.
Can I ask my question?
Okay.
Eric, you have the chance to win a title this weekend. You have the chance to eliminate Barcelona from a European Cup this week, and you're still in the title race. how would you summarize the progress the team has made this season? And do you feel like Manchester United are getting enough credit at the moment?
Oh, definitely. But yeah, it's not about credit, it's about trophies. And we have the opportunity, but the first focus point is always the next game. And in that league, we can't win the trophy this week. And we have to go from game to game. They're the focus, but especially we have to keep in the same mindset that every day we want to give a better version of ourselves. And we are sure when you face such big teams as Barcelona, you have to play your best. Otherwise, you don't have a chance. And so we want to get through, to go to the next round. So really, tomorrow we have to give the best performance from this season. And we believe in it. Looking forward to it. So it gives a lot of energy.
So the question was, la pregunta era, obviamente tienes una oportunidad de ganar un título el fin de semana y estás enfrentando a un equipo de Barça mañana y también sigues peleando por el título. Háblanos un poco del progreso aquí en Man United y crees que reciben el mérito de lo que han conseguido hasta la fecha. Y la respuesta era, no se trata de tener méritos por lo que has hecho, se trata de ganar trofeos. Pero nuestro enfoque ahora mismo es el próximo partido, no estamos pensando en cosas más allá, no estamos pasando nada por alto. Y tenemos que ir semana por semana y tener esa mentalidad siempre para sacar la mejor versión de nosotros. Y obviamente lo que tenemos que hacer mañana es sacar la mejor versión de nosotros y estamos estar preparados, pero estamos con ganas y creemos que lo podemos hacer y eso es lo que vamos a hacer.
Last question, Chris.
Hi, Eric. You were very animated with the fans after the game on Saturday. Clearly it's a big game for you. You had some big games in Europe at the end of your time at Ajax. I think Benfica and Roma were two of the big ones. Does this feel like your biggest game in Europe since the Ajax Spurs semi in 2019?
For me, is the next game always the biggest game. So I have to go back, but I'm not the type who is looking back. I'm looking forward, and so I'm really totally excited tomorrow. Two big, great teams facing each other at Old Trafford. It will be a massive atmosphere, great ambience, and that I think is the best you can get.
La pregunta era, te vimos muy animado en el partido del sábado y sabemos lo grande que es ese partido. Has enfrentado a grandes equipos, has tenido eliminatorias muy importantes con el Ajax, Benfica, Roma también. Este partido es el más grande desde el partido contra Tottenham en 2019, cuando estabas en el Ajax, y la respuesta, siempre para mí el próximo partido es lo más grande. Y nosotros estamos mirando con ganas, estamos muy emocionados de jugar mañana dos grandes equipos que se enfrentan en Old Trafford. El ambiente va a ser fenomenal allí y podemos esperar dos equipos dando lo mejor y haciendo lo que pueden en el Old Trafford mañana. Y estamos con ganas.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I mean, when you look at Arsenal on 54 points, United now on 49. But here's the thing, Marcus Rashford single-handedly continues to push United towards the Premier League top two. And of course, he beat your old club. They beat your old club Leicester yesterday. Here's the thing though, Martin, with his deal expiring next summer, no sign yet of an agreement over a new deal. Should his form be bringing delight on one hand, but concern in equal measure on the other? In that the boardroom and Ten Hag still don't have him nailed down?
Well, if I'm Ten Hag, I'd be into the board every single day and saying to them, listen, we got to nail this. We got to get it down. We got to get it sorted out because every single day that goes past, that nothing, then it becomes a bit of a circus then after that. You know, you feel as if that if the player is deciding that he's not going to stay at the football club, then you're going to have to do something about it. But overall, it absolutely it's imperative now with the form that he's in. That, and amazingly, you wouldn't have been talking like this here way back, you know,
exactly
this time last year, for instance. You know, if you thought that Rashford was going to leave the football club, you, as a Manchester United fan, you might have thought, well, okay, let it go. But he's hit such a vein of form. It'd be very, very difficult for him to be allowed to walk away.
Have you ever had a player like this who suddenly comes alive? You know, Rashford, Martin, has scored 16 times in 17 games since coming back from Qatar.
Well, that it's fantastic. It really is. And now, even if you don't see the game live, you're thinking, well, Manchester United scored. Well, it must be Rashford. So that's
right.
That's a big thing at this minute.
Yeah.
So almost everything that he's hitting is going into the back of the net. It is a fantastic run, and well done him. Better than I could ever have imagined this time last year, or perhaps even ever, really. And I really couldn't have seen this at all.
You've been a doubter, haven't you, Simon?
No, I've been a doubter of the characterisation that he's world class. I maintain the fact he's a very good player.
Is he world class, Martin?
I'm inclined to agree with Simon in this one. You know, I still think to be considered world class, I think you have to be doing it for a longer period of time for a start, and more consistently. You can't argue about his 3 or 4 months consistency at this minute. Take that over a couple of years.
If he's got any integrity, which is a word that often doesn't belong in football, he should be signing a new contract with Man United, because they've carried him for 18 months. Right? He didn't do anything for the last 18 months. And you can point your finger at the management of Man United, which I do, because I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was laughable in his management of those players. He brought a culture in which was like a Button's holiday camp, where the club was doing them a favour, allowing them to play, rather than the other way around. And, you know, coming back from European Championships and deciding that he wanted to go on holiday before he had an operation just gets so far up my nose I can't imagine it, because he should have been back getting surgery and being available for Man United, not deciding to go on holiday and then come back and have surgery. The bottom line is he didn't turn up last year. So the difficulty is for Man United, they can't win. There's no way in God's green earth that you give him a contract on the basis of last year's performance, and now you're caught in a situation where the clock's running down and you're into 18 months left, and now you want to give him a contract, and now the box seat has been occupied by him. There has to be a balancing act. If he's a Manchester United product of their academy and understands the opportunity that was given to him and some of the patronisation that he's had over the last 18 months, he'll sign a new contract, get a big bumper pay rise, and commit his future to Man United, because that's what he should be doing. And Man United are back in ascendancy. They've got a coach now that seems to get the understanding of what it is to be Manchester United. This is an elite football club that once upon a time didn't pay win bonuses to players because they expected to win games, and didn't pay bonuses to those players because that was their modus operandi. They've got that back again. So Rashford and this discussion should be put to bed as quickly as it possibly can. But it'll be a horse trade over enormous amounts of money. Didn't earn his money for the last 18 months, earns his money for 6 months, get a huge pay rise. There's the perversity of football finances.
Didn't earn his money over the last 18 months.
Again, you know, he's opposite here and he has a viewpoint. I wouldn't disagree with that. Yeah, absolutely. His mind, he being Rashford, his mind might have been elsewhere at the time, you know. But even so, football is a business, and he wasn't doing well enough. So yeah, for the second time in about 8 minutes, I've agreed with Simon Jordan.
But now, not only is he doing well enough, he's excelling.
He is excelling.
Let's be fair about it, Simon.
Excelling.
Yeah.
Everything he hits is going in.
Yeah. Simon has the point. You know, would you have loyalty to a football club that did keep you for some considerable time?
Yeah.
Now you're absolutely flying. Everything is in your favour at this minute. I'm hoping that he would sign for Manchester United.
Martin, just in the passing, I've seen one, no name in it, Leicester fan. Please ask Martin, Jim, where are Leicester City right now? They go to Old Trafford, albeit United expected to do well, possibly win it, and they win it by 3-0. Where are you, Martin, in your assessment of Leicester with Brendan?
Well, first of all, just take the game yesterday, which
They were bloody unlucky, weren't they?
Absolutely, could have scored 3 goals before Manchester United hit the net. Really great chance. Harvey Barnes is a great chance to score. That's a different ball game then when you're talking about it. Absolutely. I don't care. Old Trafford, suddenly expectation very, very high. Suddenly you're a goal behind against a side that are counter-attacking brilliantly on you. So they're a different ball game. Leicester City will be fine. Again, you're talking about expectation of a football club. I think I mentioned it the last time I was in the programme here way back. Everything has changed at Leicester City since 2015-2016 season. You win the Premier League, everything changes. Expectation. But Leicester City won the FA Cup a couple of seasons ago. Seems to be forgotten in all this melee.
Right, so they're going along quite nicely. No concern.
Again, Leicester City are now talking about top 6, top 7, whatever the case may be, European football, because of what happened in 2015, 2016.
I mean, a few months ago you were saying that Brendan Rodgers, the way he was going about it, was asking to be sacked.
Yeah, I thought he was. I thought he was. It's no good being Henry Kissinger as a football manager. You can't just be a diplomat.
Let's talk about the game show between Manchester United. How things have changed at United, Mark. What a different feeling around the whole club over the last few months. And a victory against Barcelona, which they are favourites, of course, to get done, will just add another rung to this fantastic ladder of confidence that Ten Hag is building. Nice analogy, Dan. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just pleased you've asked me on to say nice things about Man United, because I usually ask me on to say bad things about Man United. So it's a change to say that, things are going well. But it is. I mean, the change has been incredible, considering at the start of this season, 2 games in, that I think people talk about Ten Hag might want to walk away because it's such a mess. But things have changed. He's made some massive decisions that have paid off. Ronaldo, dropping Harry Maguire, that sort of thing. And I think they go into this game as favourites, because I think Barca are missing Pedri, they're missing Gavi, Dembele's not fit as well. So I think United are slight favourites. And obviously they've got the Carabao Cup final on Sunday as well. So, this thing about not winning a trophy since 2017, all of a sudden, they could be in the next round of the Europa League and with a trophy at the weekend. So he's done an incredible job. And I think we talked about Liverpool earlier on. Liverpool might be on the decline. And if Man United now are coming back, and Arsenal as well, it makes it even more difficult for Liverpool to rebuild when a resurgent Man United.
Oh, look, little dig at Liverpool there continues from Mark in his Manchester
ways. What did you
ways.
say? Climbing the fantastic ladder?
No, the ladder of confidence.
The ladder of confidence.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
You could have simplified the
Manchester
whole
United, shut up. Manchester United then favourites to advance to the next round. No Gavi, no Pedri. Big ask, isn't it, for Xavi's team?
Yes. When we think of Barcelona and their strength, we think of that midfield, and we think of Gavi and Pedri. They're not available. We don't know about what the status of Busquets. He just came back to training. Is he really an answer for you? Well, maybe he gives you some sort of passing consistency through the midfield. But is he going to be able to track runners out of the midfield? I don't think that's the case. It's probably going to be Busquets, De Jong, and potentially Frank Kessie playing in that midfield. I don't think that's enough for Barcelona. You're going to need an explosive night from Lewandowski. He hasn't been all that explosive as of late. He scored on the weekend, but he has been going through a drought. And scoring goals has been a problem for Barcelona as well in general. I'm saying yes, it is a big ask. And I don't like doing this.
Wow.
My allegiance is to La Liga.
Well, there you are.
Manchester United are going through.
Yeah, United.
But it's not just getting to the next round of Europa League, because I think for United fans it's generally about the Champions League. It's about who they potentially are going to knock out. At the top of La Liga.
Yes. Yeah. It's a big statement.
And the performance in the Camp Nou was with Pedri and Gavi. You know what I mean? So it's not like they're going to, if they go through, well, we don't know about tomorrow, but they certainly were not lucky in Spain. Because of the injuries, and because of United's form, I'm siding with Manchester United. And it's not just Rashford, it's all the other cogs, but in particular, and he is annoying sometimes, but the link-up play and the sort of telemetry between Rashford and Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes, when he drops in those little positions, he starts on the right and he drifts in. He's brilliant at playing those first-time balls around the corner. And Rashford reads them, he makes the runs, and the whole link-up play at the moment for United has been excellent. And whilst it's no foregone conclusion, I think United will just get it done.
Xavi has to go back to playing Koundé right back and Ronald Araujo center back. Not the nonsense that he tried last week for no apparent reason, when the team had been so good defensively. Enough of this crazy changes.
Yeah.
If you have been so consistently good and so solid in the back line, why change it? I think at this point you go back to Koundé right back, Araujo and Christensen right next to him.
Telemetry, eh?
Yes, I know.
Well, it's quite a big word.
Yes.
For you. Frank, United to go through?
I would go for Manchester. I think for quite a while now, they're very united. They very work together. Ten Hag has done a beautiful job, inside the dressing room, put everything back to order, and we can see the results of everybody working together. As Craig said, it's not only Rashford that we can mention. I'm not a big fan of Bruno Fernandes, lately, but when he signed for Manchester United, he was absolutely fantastic, and he's going back to who he was, working hard, but trying to find, finding also good spaces for the others and making good passes. And everybody's working hard, and at the back as well, it's more solid. So I don't see Barcelona without the two young guys, creating a surprise at Old Trafford. So I go for Manchester United.
Mark, we know you're going to say United. Did you really want to sell Marcus Rashford when he was scoring all these goals, Mark?
It wasn't scoring the goals when I said it, was it? I wouldn't have said that then. No, what I said, I thought Rashford needed a change of scenery, a change of something, and Ten Hag has been the change of scenery. And what has been the change of scenery is Ronaldo going. It's created the breathing space for Rashford to kick on and to be the main man. I think everything's falling into place, but I don't think I was the only one that said it either. I think quite a few were agreeing that.
No,
Rashford
I think you were the only one. The only one in the world who said it, Mark. Definitely. Now look.
Well, I've not been saying it
At
recently.
you.
What about the telemetry?
Thank you very much. Are you going to Wembley, Mark, for the final?
I am, yes.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.
Manchester United in a great position heading into the League Cup final, righty. And that is largely down to Marcus Rashford, who is in the form of his life, isn't he?
He is, and you know what I mean? I'm pleased for him. He's worked very hard to get into this situation. He's had I think the last summer was the first summer he had a real proper break. We saw him doing his training, his fitness stuff, and he said, you know what I mean? He's just pleased to be able to get that so as he can get himself ready to go. And there you can see it there. Top 5 leagues in all comps, he's flying. So. And, he looks like he's at a level and he's playing with a confidence that you feel he's going to score in every game. Yeah.
Everything he touches turns to gold. It's ridiculous. And I think it just shows, especially for you guys, having been in the similar positions, that how much confidence can impact your game, because we've seen those moments throughout his United career where he's either not been fully fit, to be honest, a lot of the time, but really low on confidence as well. And now he's confident. Every single time he's on the ball, you think something magic is going to happen. And that's such an incredible thing to watch. He's got an aura around him.
Yeah. He really does. And that first goal, there's a moment where he sort of looks up, looks to Garnacho, and he's like, last season he might have passed that. But this time he was like, took one look and went, no.
He probably should have passed it this time. The form that he's in, there's a little bit of arrogance there with him, and I quite like that. Yeah. But he just looks completely different. Not in terms of the way he's playing, but even his physique, his stature, he looks bigger, he looks stronger. I think in the summer he'd been working with his own trainer. He's come back fully fit, and he just looks so dangerous. He looks powerful. He knows exactly what he's doing. He looks assured. Because there have been moments, even though he's scoring goals, where he's been a bit quiet in games. You think, what's he going to do? But gets the opportunity and he takes it. But right now, talk about, we saw the stats for itself, 16 goals since the World Cup. Some people don't hit that in a season. And he's hit that in one quarter, one fraction of the season. So he's on unbelievable form.
I don't know if anyone's seen him play since the turn of the year, but I went to the Arsenal United game, and when he's on the ball, the air just disappears from the room. It's like everyone falls silent because they know something special is going to happen. And I think there are so few players like that in the Premier League around the world where people are just stopped in their tracks. And I think it's really special to see that, whether it's on television or live, because you're like, wow, there is literally something about this person right now, how they're playing.
Yeah.
Every bit of his game, righty, is the confidence, not even just when he's through on goal, but when he's got the ball and he's running at players. He's so difficult to defend against that everything right now is perfect for Marcus
I think,
Rashford.
you know what as well, Liv, I think what is underestimated there as well is Benny McCarthy's on the coaching staff, a striker, elite striker himself, Benny McCarthy. And I think I watched some of the headers, the 2 headers he scored recently, and he's being coached now. You could feel that. You feel with Ten Hag is coaching him. And when he got into the team originally, the amount of managers he's had up to this point, with the injuries, with the drop in form and everything, and then, for a young guy, still relatively young man, And so he's gone through all that. Now he's got a manager who is a proper coach for him. He's playing in a system that he understands with confidence. And, you know, it's just starting to happen for him. You know, they're playing to his strengths. And, you know, he's ready to go. So, you know, I think this is gonna last for a while.
Yeah, without Marcus Rashford, you know, you don't want, obviously, anything to happen to Marcus Rashford, but is it a worry for Erik ten Hag that they are so reliant on him or not really?
Maybe a slight concern, but you look at the emergence of Jadon Sancho, and I really like the management that he's done with him, because a lot of players might have taken that as a negative when Erik ten Hag sent him away, not part of his plans, but clearly he spoke to him and said, listen, you get yourself back into mentally and physically, and I will integrate you back into the squad. And what has he done? He's came back, scored a couple of goals, and he's starting to look like his old self. So it would be a concern slightly because of the form of Marcus Rashford, but when you've got Garnacho who's emerging like he is, you've got Jadon Sancho,
Bruno in great form as well.
Wout Weghorst, who actually looks decent as well, even playing midfield or centre forward. I think there are options there. So if you're Erik ten Hag, yes, you don't want anything to happen to him, but you have got other players that are scoring goals as well. So maybe it's not the end of the world.
With Sancho, Benzi mentioned him there, it shows a lot about his character, doesn't it? And the way he's sort of turned it all around himself and getting on the score sheet as well. So there's a lot about him, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I think to what Ian said, I think when you've got a coach who can understand footballers better and also versatile players and realise that, right, we don't need to just force Sancho out on the wing because that's not the only place he can play. And he played in the 10 yesterday and looked, I think it's exciting to see what he can be in that role and what Ten Hag obviously sees in him, because I think you need a coach like that to really see the bigger picture. And also, although Manchester United have spent a lot of money over the last few seasons and it hasn't worked out, I think Ten Hag's got a better idea of how to work with what he's got and not maybe chase so many players like maybe they have over the last couple of seasons and it hasn't worked out. Always think that this will be the player that does it. This will be the final piece of the puzzle. I think Ten Hag has a better understanding of, like, right, I've got this group, maybe you're one or two away from the perfect squad, but I've got a group that I now need to work with and I can get the best out of these players. And I don't think Anthony's really kicked on maybe that quite what people would expected of him. But I think where the team are right now, I think people expect them to make a massive push for the title next season.
I feel as well that they're just kind of, I have to say, they're a Harry Kane away from really kicking in for me, because, like, when you look at even Weghorst, yes, I've been very surprised with him coming off at a 9, going in 10, making things happen. But if that's the plan, then Harry Kane's the perfect person to do that, because, like, when you're looking at Rashford in that form, Garnacho with his pace, you know, if Anthony kicks in, you know, with everything what they've got going forward, with a proper number 9, Man United will be back, because with Lisandro Martinez, they're probably going to have to add to the centre-half situation as well. You just feel like Man United are not a million miles away. And they're very much in this as well. With City playing like they're playing, Arsenal making sure that they've got to keep doing what they're doing. Manchester United, they're not a million miles away. That's, you know,
also, a month ago, everyone was saying, without Casemiro, they can't compete. Now he's suspended and you wouldn't even know.
5 points off the top. You know, if we talk about Arsenal and Man City being in title race, they're only 3 points off City, Benty. Are they in the title race as well?
Unfortunately so. You have to, because they can't be so close to City playing as well as they are and say they're not in the title race, because they've put runs together. As you were saying there about Casemiro, it was almost like if they lose Casemiro, what happens? Although Leicester, by the way, had opportunities yesterday, so he was a bit of a miss. But when you've got someone like Rashford who could take his chances, they've got this. Even coming off the bench, I think they've got more goals coming off the bench than anyone in the Premier League. So it tells you that the squad that he's got there, they're all working really well. They're all in a good place. So they are in the title race. You can't hide the fact. Consistency might kill them a little bit, but still, you can't say they're not. They're only 3 points behind Manchester City.
Is it concerning, though, Flo, that, you know, they got the job done in the end against Leicester, but had David De Gea not made a couple of incredible saves and Leicester perhaps took their chances, they could have been 2 or 3-0 down.
I suppose, but I think there's a resilience there that maybe didn't exist the start of the season, especially think about that game against Brentford. I think there were times at this season when a lot of people thought, right, Manchester United, do they have what they used to have in the old era, which is that never say die attitude and that idea that they can come back from anything? And I think we're starting to see that a little bit more. And De Gea, someone who's struggled with form recently and needed some confidence and maybe hasn't looked his best over the last couple of years, that was a phenomenal performance yesterday, and they needed that.
But the thing with De Gea, we were talking about, not too long ago, he was like their player of the season for 3-4 years on the spin, simply because of the saves he made. And And I don't go with that one, Liv, where people say, yeah, but like if they took their chances, simply because people are not taking their chances. And if you don't take them, that's what can happen. And that's what Man United have to learn from that, because they'll say, listen, we could have been behind.
We can't afford to do that.
Exactly, Liv. And so the goalkeeper's kept them in it. That's what you want your goalkeeper to do.
It's his job. That's what Eric Ten Hag said after the game. It was like, yeah, they were great saves, but that's what he's there
That's
for.
his job. You sound like Roy Keane. The thing is that's what you want, is that, because then, again, that feeds into the confidence, because, you know, even if they do break out defence and get past, our goalkeeper's in top form at the moment. And if they don't take those chances, we've got a striker who's one of the best in Europe.
And I feel like that's the difference when you're a team like Leicester, or dare I say, Chelsea, is when push comes to shove, those chances aren't going in, and that's why you are where you are in the table. And that's the difference, is that clinical teams will get so far in the league and finish where they are because they're clinical. And that's why the City situation feels different to when they miss chances compared to a Leicester or a Chelsea, or, you know, whoever is stuck right now.
Thanks for that, Flo. Anyway, speaking of goalkeepers, of course, Manchester United play Newcastle in the League Cup final on Sunday, and they will do so without Nick Pope, righty. How do you describe this red card?
You know what? Unfortunate. Very unfortunate, because he's there. He's gone. He's got it all wrong.
There was it gets worse very NRL about it. It was kind of like, you know, you fumbled the ball.
He's trying to
misjudge the header. It gets worse every time I watch
every time you see it. And you know, it's one of those. It's a situation where, you know, I mean, he's gone. He's taken his eye off of that ball, and for me, he's handled it. Obviously, he has to get sent off, but when you look at the grand scheme of things, he should have just let it go through. I can't understand why he went to ground so early with the diving header.
I shouldn't laugh because it's not funny, but
it is funny. It is funny because he got it wrong, and you think if you're coming that far down, you've got to get it, Flo. You cannot come that far and not be in control of getting that and cleaning everything out.
And also, why are you leading with your head? It seems bizarre. Go with your feet. If you're a goalkeeper, you're probably better with your feet than your head. So I think he must have misjudged the ball.
Definitely
and
misjudged.
then he panicked and thought, I'm not going to get it with my feet. I've got to just go with my head.
Definitely
and then it all
misjudged.
went wrong.
You know, you're right, though. If he leaves it, you've got Korean Trippier who's coming. You've got someone going back on the line. So it's not even necessarily that he scores. Salah's on his weaker foot as well. So listen, they probably will score, but you've got the rest of the game with 11 men, and you've obviously got your goalkeeper for the cup final. But I mean, he got every aspect of that situation.
He got it wrong.
He got it wrong.
Yeah. Eddie Howe came out after the game and said, you know, I'm not sure about the rules, but it feels like a harsh red card. And it was like, was that a harsh red card? Because I felt like it was probably one of the most clearest red cards you're ever going to see.
No, it wasn't a harsh red card. Maybe, excuse me, maybe because of the
last man, because of Trippier coming
exactly, and the fact that they've got a massive game coming up, and you know he's probably going to miss that. Well, he is going to miss that, and you know it's you know what you got to look at from Newcastle's point of view. We're talking about a game where they done pretty well in it. They started pretty well in it, but then Liverpool punished them with their opportunities. But up until this point, I think Newcastle should be happy with what's going on at the moment. Of course, they've got a goalkeeper who's going to miss the final, but with the way it's gone for Newcastle and the way they've been playing. You know what I mean? I think that they shouldn't get too worried about the way they're dropping out of maybe the Premier League stuff, because we've got players in the Newcastle side who've not been in a final. You know, the final must be playing on their minds now, Liv, I think. And, you know, was it 1999, the last time they were in the final? I think 1950s when they won one. And so this is massive for the whole of Newcastle. So that's why you can feel where the nerves are kicking in. Once this game is out of the way, the final, and I don't think they're bothered that it's Man United, they just want to get to the final. I think that we might see Newcastle relax and come again.
Yeah, I agree.
Loris Karius is in goal for Newcastle. Well, we think it will be Loris Karius, and not sure they have many other options. How will Newcastle fans be feeling about that, Benzi?
Well, obviously, Nick Pope's their number one. He's been brilliant all season. They've conceded hardly any goals. And when you think of Karius, you can't help but think back to the Champions League final, because that's the last meaningful final that he played in, which is he made, obviously, 2 mistakes for the goals and they lost it. But you've got to put that to one side now, because if he's going to be a goalkeeper, he'll be hearing all the noise. It's all got to be positivity. It's going to have to be, because it's going to be difficult. Obviously, he's not played much, certainly for Newcastle.
2 years, I think.
Exactly. So it's been a while, so he's going to have to try and get rid of all that. They're going to have to get rid of it. If he's going to be a goalkeeper, you've got to get behind him, as simple as that. But as I said, for most people, when you think about Karius, and it's probably unfair, the last meaningful final was that Champions League final where he made big mistakes.
The thing is, Liv, you have to look, the football gods are they're either really cruel
or really nice.
Or they're giving him an opportunity, because you can imagine if he does play, and I hope he does do well, you know what I mean, you know, and he plays very well, then for Newcastle fans, they don't care. He's going to be a hero. And that's what you're hoping will happen for him, because I can't even I can't get into the realms of what his headspace would have been with the mistakes he made in that final, because that's what everyone remembers him for. And now he finds himself in a situation where he's stumbled upon, I might be in goal for a final, for a club that's not been at Wembley since 1999. So this is the way it works out,
Just
man.
mad, right, as well. You're right, because I'm thinking about what everyone else, himself, because he'll be thinking about the mistakes he made in the final, thinking,
yes.
I'm not the number one, Nick Pope's been brilliant, I don't want to let anyone down. So he's probably now a little bit nervous as well.
It's not a position, if I'm going to be totally honest, Liv, I would like to have to deal with. Simply, but like, you know what? It's the making of people, isn't it? If he wants that to go away, right, the Champions League, which will never entirely go away, but if you can put in a performance and they beat Man United, this will go a long way into giving him some form of redemption.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've both played in and won League Cups. How important is it, Benty, or how much of a big moment is it to win a trophy so early on in the season? It sort of sets you up for the final run-in.
Yeah, it certainly gives you that confidence, that boost, and just gives everyone a massive lift, the whole club, because so certainly if you're for a club like these two, they're not going to go down, so they can enjoy the next part of the season. But knowing that you've won a trophy, it just ignites everybody. The supporters, all of a sudden, they've got a bit of lift. The players have just won a cup final. They've got a big lift pushing up to the top of the table. And it's just a huge confidence boost, I think. Well, that's how I felt anyway.
What about you, Righty? Did you, 93, was it?
Yeah. It's
Sheffield United, both League and FA Cup.
Yeah, we done them both. We done them both. It was, the thing with it is, Liv, is that because going to ask, I was desperate to win stuff. You know what I mean? Because obviously in 1990 we lost the FA Cup final against Man United, and the time came for me to move on. So to play in 93 and then ended up winning the League Cup, which was the first one. It was brilliant because you got to celebrate, and then it kind of pushed you on because we had the FA Cup and then we ended up winning that. You get on this it really does make you feel. It really makes you feel really good and energised, you know what I mean? And then you go again, and that's what we done. We went again, the FA Cup, we went again, the Cup Winners' Cup, and it just kind of gets you going. But like to win it at that stage.
Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night. How everybody is feeling today? Feel free to call us if you want. The link being provided and pinned for everybody, okay? Thank you so much. Tonight we have Barcelona against Manchester United, or Manchester United against Barcelona, because United are playing home at Old Trafford. So I'm here for the people. The people need to call and talk. So that's why I'm here for, to give people opportunity to talk. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and all the good stuff. One click, my friend, and let's get more people. And if you can, yeah. All right, let me fix something on the screen so I can take Herbert, who's the first caller. All right, people, keep liking and subscribing. Let me try something here and see how it goes. All right, 1 second. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Oh, Herbert is gone. I wanted to take him. I was fixing my YouTube screen to get people, but he's gone. So, all right, let's do this. Anyways, people, if you have the lineup already, you can give to us. There are so many other games happening right now. So many games in the Europa League, but we're gonna just focus on the United against Barcelona. Yes, Herbert.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big week for us, man. Today, Barcelona, and on Sunday, Cup final.
Mm.
This is actually, our biggest week since we won the Europa League
Mm-hmm.
6 years. So,
Yeah,
I'm very
how are you
excited for this.
feeling tonight? Do you think they can do
Yeah,
it?
I'm very excited. I'm not, yeah. I mean, the way we played at Camp Nou, New Camp,
Mm.
I mean, we should have won that game by at least 2 goals. That's how well we played.
Mm.
And today also we have got players back. They don't have Gavi, they don't have Pedri, no Dembele. So they are also weak. But still, they still have put out a strong team. It's not that they are weak, like they have squad depth. But we have also got Anthony back. We have Sancho is starting. Vegas looks like he's going to be playing number 10. So yeah, man. And today, like the supporters have put in a special request to the club to not put any kind of music before the game starts. So that the crowd can build up the atmosphere for the first 15 minutes before the whistle. So that has also gone in. So obviously this is a very big game. I mean, I don't. It's not. It's a big game for us. I don't think Barcelona really care about the Europa League. They are, I think, 8 points there in the La Liga. So I mean, the Europa League is just like a hindrance for them.
Mm.
They're more than happy to win the La Liga and sacrifice this competition. But for us, if we win this game, I think we are hot favorites to win the Europa League as well. I know Arsenal are in there, but again, Arsenal are going for the league. And then there are clubs like Juventus. The only club I'm fearing in this league is Sevilla, who always win this competition. So yeah, I'm very excited, man, today.
Yeah, I think United have a chance to win 3 trophies this season. Jamal, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, sir. What you have to say? So let me remind people right now that halftime for other games in the Europa League. Of course, Nantes are losing 2-0 against Juventus. Oh, the first goal from Di Maria. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that's one goal.
Wonder goal. Midland are losing against Sporting Lisbon 1-0. Monaco are losing 2-1 against Leverkusen. PSV and Sevilla are 0-0 so far. So those are the results in halftime for other games. And the Manchester United game is going to start in about an hour from now, and we're going to have the lineup very, very soon. Jamal, you can go on.
Okay, I want to talk about the game that's coming up, Barcelona and Man United.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Man United's approach, they want to win this game a little bit more, in my opinion, than Barcelona. They're away, they're home, and they know that they do have a chance of winning the Premier League, but not really a big chance, like compared to Barcelona. And the Europa League will give them like confirmed Champions League qualification. So I think they'll really focus on that. But Barcelona won't just sit back. They never do. I think this is gonna probably be similar to the first game, where it's going to be very open.
Mm-hmm.
And Rashford is going to be, if they play the same back four they did last time, where I think it was Alonso and Koundé, Araujo, and then it was Jordi Alba. Yeah, if they played that same back four with Rashford running through, they're gonna get destroyed again. But I don't think they'll do that. They'll probably play Christensen and Araujo there. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see their lineup. It's coming up. Herbert, if you have the lineup, you tell us. Mr. King, are you there?
Yeah, I put it in the chat. You can see that I put in the.
King, are you there? King Chelsea. We can't hear you. You are muted, Mr. King. I don't know if it's my fault or something, but let me double check. No. King, whenever you're ready, you are muted, so we can't hear anything. So I'm trying to refresh my page here to see the lineup for both teams, people, so bear with me. And if you want to call us, the link being provided for everybody. You can see here Xavi at Old Trafford. Yeah, King is gone. I think he has some connection issues. Not yet. But I think somebody got already the lineup somewhere. Manchester United. Manchester. Okay. So we have the lineup here for Manchester United. De Gea in goal. Martinez, Bruno Fernandes, Rashford, Fred, Casemiro, Varane, Shaw, Sancho, Weghorst, and Wan-Bissaka. All right. And on the bench, they have Heaton, Dalot, Lindelof, Maguire, Malacia, Maino. Never heard of him before. Probably from the academy. McTominay, Pelistri, Sabitzer, Anthony, Ilanga, and Garnacho. So very, very strong here from Manchester United. Mohammed, what do you think about this lineup here?
I think this is the most strongest lineup available for Man United. And I think...
Do you think that they are thinking also about the final on Sunday? So they have like to put somebody like, let's say, Garnacho or Anthony on the bench just so they can save some energy for the final? Because they have a cup final on Sunday.
Yeah, they do. But I feel like they're trying to rotate a little bit but still be strong. In my opinion, if Sancho has a good game today, he'll probably start over Garnacho, but that's my opinion. But honestly, this is a very strong lineup, and this lineup could beat Barcelona, but we have to see Barcelona's lineup to make sure of that.
Yes. King, can you hear us?
Yep, I'm here.
All right, go on.
Well, my prediction is United is going to be a United win 2-1. I just think Rashford has been the better player in the Prem this season. Not this season, but like right now, he's been outstanding for Man United. And I think if he keeps that up, he can beat any team by himself. Yeah, but hopefully Man United use their strong starting 11 to, beat Barcelona. But Barca, they're really good. Beat Real Madrid 4-0, which is amazing as well.
But they have like a Pedri and other players are not going to be there. So
yeah, there's not a lot of players that are not going to be there, which is still like we still don't know. But yeah, I think United will win it.
Okay, so let me remind you people the lineup for Barcelona: Ter Stegen, Araujo, Sergio, Lewandowski, Christensen, Kessie, Roberto De Jong, Rafinha, Koundé, and Balde. So they still have Ansu Fati and Ferran Torres are on the bench. Marcos Alonso also on the bench. Jordi Alba and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say something about Barcelona's lineup. This was exactly what I said. Like, they should have started Christensen and Araujo. And in my opinion, this Barcelona squad looks better than Man United, mostly because of the bench. They have Ansu Fati, Ferran Torres. They have people that can influence the game from the bench if they don't do good. And I couldn't say the midfield and the defense looks solid. Like, we all know Barcelona, they have one of the best defenses in the world.
Yeah.
Especially with that back four. It's literally untouchable.
Yeah.
And
interesting.
Yeah,
I just wanted to say interesting, really, both teams today, because you win, you go through, you don't win, you go home. So
yeah,
that's the way it's going to be. Herbert. Yeah, go on.
Okay. I really think it'll be harder for Man United to get through this defense now, because now they have pace. Balde is very quick.
Mm.
In my opinion, he could catch Rashford. But the only problem is, like, they play, like, when they're attacking, like, Rafinha will be, like, a right wing back. They play with the back three and, like, 5 in the midfield. So Balde will be way too forward. So if the Balde's way too forward, then after that, if Rashford or, like, Bruno Fernandes gets a through ball to Rashford, or, like, Sancho or anyone else, it'll be very hard for them to catch them. But Koundé and Araujo are fast. The only problem is Christensen. He's not really that fast.
Yeah, Christensen is not fast, but he's intelligent. He can read the game. So let's hope that he doesn't.
So much. When Thomas Tuchel came, he was good, but he wasn't a starter. But then when he came to Barcelona, he's like a whole different, like, breed. He just changed.
Yeah, very, very balanced teams here. And Herbert, if you're ready, you can talk about if you're doing something we understand. And Mohammed and yeah, what do you think about your lineup here? Are you surprised about anything here?
Not really. I think this is the best 11. I think if you take Frost out and you put Anthony Martial in, I think that's our best 11 we can put out. But I mean, I'm very happy to see the bench. Now we have 3 attacking options in Anthony, Garnacho, and what is this? Anthony Garnacho, and even we have got this Dalot back. He's a very good. He's like a multifunctional player under Ten Hag. And about Barcelona, I don't rate their defense. I think their defense is rubbish. I mean, all these things, they said that we have conceded 7 goals in the La Liga. I mean, they always monopolize possession in that league, so I'm not surprised they have conceded. But when they faced us, the same Koundé and Araujo and Christensen, Keita Ball, all these guys went missing. We should have scored 4 or 5 goals. And Koundé should have. So I don't rate their defense. I rate their midfield. I think the midfield is very good. And, with Lewandowski, you can always get some goals. So I think the defense is the weakest part. And the form that Rashford is in right now, I think it will be very difficult, for them to not concede, especially at Old Trafford, where we haven't lost this season.
Okay, so thank you for the breaking news here. Apparently, Bukayo Saka agreed in principle to sign a long-term contract with Arsenal. That is a good news for them. The 21 years old, I can't even believe he's only like 21 years old. International attacker is not signed and may take some time to complete that. Yeah, he need to make sure that he got as much money as he can. So Bukayo Saka, he's the man right now, according to David Austin. All right.
And now they need to tie down Saliba. I think they have got Martinelli and Saka done. I think they need to tie down. Because Saliba is highly rated by PSG, if I'm not wrong, because they want to replace Ramos and Kimpembe. Yeah.
And they already agreed in principle to sign the guy Skriniar, right? That's his name from Inter.
Inter, yeah.
So yeah, PSG need to go. Yeah, what do you wanted to say, Mr. King?
I want to say that Arsenal, they have way too much of a good team to bottle the Prem. Honestly, I think they shouldn't bottle the Prem. I think they'll win the Prem, but yeah, that team is way too good to not bottle the Prem. Yeah, I think. But
it looks like they are lucky though, because even Manchester City are dropping points at the moment. Like when they drop or when they lose a game, other teams around are going to lose. So it looks like everything is aligned really for them to win. If they bottle it, it's gonna be really a big shame for them. That's true. Everything. Yeah, go on.
I disagree with what King Chelsea said. I think that Arsenal, the last 4 or 5 games, they have been shaken. Aston Villa, in my opinion, they're lucky. Arsenal did play fine, but if Arsenal keep playing lackluster, Man United and Man City will catch them for sure. Especially Man City, because if they get a lead, they don't look back. They'll keep going and going and going and going, and eventually they'll win the Premier League. And if Man United keep going like this, they're like only 5 points behind, or like 7 points behind Arsenal. If they keeping up this form and getting lucky wins, and then or drawing or losing these games, I don't think they could win the Premier League. Second, probably yeah, but Arsenal, they have to wake up. They have to start winning games convincingly, like they used to, like play good football. They're not doing that anymore.
Yeah, Jorginho, the agent, the last time he almost scored. I mean, he hit the inside post and came and rebound on the goalkeeper. But for the first time, I'm like, brother, this is what we've been asking you for you to do at Chelsea. You know, like, shoot. He can't shoot, and then all of a sudden, he starts scoring screamers at Arsenal. Funny.
Yeah, but just because like Arsenal had a shaky start doesn't mean they're gonna finish second place in the Prem. You know, like all like Arsenal have a really young team and they have a lot of pressure on their backs. So of course they're gonna draw a game, maybe lose a game, and that's fine. You know, and that still doesn't mean that they're gonna bottle the Prem. You know.
But that's really my point. They don't have like that much leadership. I know they have like Odegaard and Xhaka, but like you need leadership and experience to like.
Do you think Jorginho got some experience too because he won everything with Chelsea?
I mean, he hasn't won the Premier League.
Yeah, that's
Chelsea.
true. That's true.
So like he doesn't really know how to win the Premier League. He's mostly like Chelsea. Like the last like 6 to 5 years, we have been a tournament team. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
We have been better in the tournament, but we haven't been good like league consistency. Man City, we already know are consistent. Man United are proving that they can be consistent. Arsenal showed that in the middle of the season, and I honestly thought it was a given that they're going to win, but the last 5 games they have been very, very, very shaky. Maybe because they got Trossard and like new players, but it's just one. Like Chelsea is dealing with 100.
Yeah, if they bottle it, it's okay. We can have a good laugh after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know they're just young kids trying to win the Premier League. You know, with a lot of pressure on their backs.
Yeah, that is too much to take, really.
Yeah.
And I think if they don't win this season, I think next season is gonna be more complicated. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yes, I agree, because Chelsea will be contenders for sure. Like with the players we have, and if we like probably change manager, and we have someone like, did you hear the news that the Chelsea dressing room is like, it's not controlled? Like there's so much 5-star happening in the Chelsea dressing room.
Yeah, so much report at the moment. You just don't know what to believe. But yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah. So I feel like Chelsea will be contenders. Maybe Tottenham, if they sign a few players, they might be. I don't know. Then we obviously have Man United, Man City. It will be more complicated. You never know. Newcastle could pull off surprising signings and then could be like contenders for like top 4. But I feel like Chelsea, Man City, probably Man United, and Arsenal will be like definite contenders for next season.
Yeah, did you say also Newcastle? How about Newcastle?
I feel like they're top 4 contenders. If they make surprise signings, like world-class signings, which I don't, you never know, to be honest. But they have the money, so they could do anything.
Yeah, they can do it. They're just being very smart, though. Like they go on the market and get exactly what they want. They're not like overspend. Yeah.
We are overspending. I mean, no, we're overspending smartly because we're using installments.
Yeah, that is another point. Another good point. That is another good point. So, people, 44 minutes to go until this Europa League start. I'll be off and on and off. If the game starts, I'm gonna leave everything on the screen and come back at halftime, open the phone again, and then go back because I have people in my house that we have to watch the game. But everything is gonna be on the screen. But we're still here for at least 40 more minutes, so you can call us, you can comment, you can bring whatever topic you want, because we're not gonna focus only the game today. I think we said everything we wanted to say. So the second half for other games already started. Still Nantes against Juventus 2-0. Juventus are leading away. Sorry. Midland 0, Sporting 1 so far. I don't know if something changed. I'm gonna have to refresh this. Monaco 1 and Leverkusen 2. I hope Kalim Hasnado is playing a good game. PSV and Sevilla still 0-0, and let's wait and see what's gonna happen. All right, let me double check if there is anything that is happening here. Probably some breaking news from Romano or something, so we can talk. What do you guys think about Liverpool? Because I haven't heard you since Liverpool's collapse against Real Madrid. Do you think that they can go away and win?
I think they really got embarrassed that first leg, and I think Real Madrid will just keep on embarrassing them. Yeah.
I think that Liverpool, they're not gonna get it through Real Madrid, but at least there is a little bit of positives. You know, they could now go all in just for top 4 now. They have nothing else to focus on.
Yeah, they're also out of the FA Cup or something.
Yeah, and Carabao Cup, so they're out of it.
Yeah, Carabao Cup finished. Yeah. So they're gonna focus on top 4.
Yes, and I don't think. I mean, they could make it, but their morale is gonna be
low.
Pushed so low because Real Madrid made it look so easy. Except for the first half, the first 30 minutes, Liverpool was really, really good. Really good. Real Madrid couldn't play at all. They couldn't get through the press at all. Which, that's the thing I wanted from Chelsea so much. When we had Thomas Tuchel, we had a pressing structure. We literally have zero pressing structure. Just one person decides, I'm gonna press. Now I don't want to. I'll try to get him. I can't get him. You let me go. Let me try.
Yeah.
You can go. No.
That's true.
We don't have any pressing structure at all.
Yeah.
It's so easy to get through our press.
That's true. So let me read some breaking news from Fabrizio Romano here. Exclusive. Chelsea are closing in on verbal agreement with Independiente del Valle. I destroyed that name for sure. To sign Ecuadorian gem, Mr. Kendry Paez or Pease. Deal close to be completed. The midfield born in 2007. Oh my goodness, that makes me feel very, very old right now. He's 15 or 16. Yeah, between there somewhere. So one of the best talent in South America, Kendry. So we didn't get Endrick, but we're getting Kendry. Will be able to join Chelsea when he will be 18. So we have to wait for at least a couple or 3 years from now. So we're gonna leave him in South America, develop, and I was reading some good stuff about the boy, but at 15, 16, you never know how you're gonna turn when you become, old. So this is according to Mr. Fabrizio Romano. King, have you heard about this kid?
No, I haven't.
No.
That's pretty new.
Okay, so next time when you are on YouTube or when you are on Google, try to Google and bring us some more news. Mohammed, do you know him?
I heard a little bit of him. He has a lot.
What position he plays, anyways?
Judging by
midfielder or something, because we are buying all the midfielders.
He's a midfielder. Yeah, Fabrizio Romano even said it. He's a midfielder, born in 2007. So I feel like the young players we're bringing in, like Andres Santos, David Fofana, and what is it called? And we have Cassidy, like the guy we got from Inter Milan.
Cassidy, yeah.
Yeah, Cassidy. We have so much young talent that I'm so excited for the future. I feel like we'll be challenging for the title for years to come.
Yes, and Andrew Santos, we're still negotiating with Palmeiras to let him go on loan. Mr. Tokiro, let's go. Tottenham Hotspurs. What news? Are you going to beat us on Sunday or are we going to smash you?
Since Chelsea, I think, in the form, I think it's not even a debate. I think we'll win, but not by that much.
You have some microphone issue, brother. Are you away from your microphone or you are in a big room?
Okay. I think that Tottenham will win because Chelsea hasn't been informed that much.
Is Conte back in England or he's still in Italy recovering from the surgery?
I think he's recovering from the surgery, but I think by 2 games, I think he'll come back.
Okay, so that is we're not gonna have another fight. Between. Remember the first leg? It was a big fight between Thomas Tuchel and
both managers are not there anymore. I mean, Conte is there, but
so I don't even think that Porra got the courage to even ask a question. He's just scared and sit down. So So what news you have for us today? Or you want to talk about Manchester United, Barcelona, or any news that you want to discuss? Bring it on the table.
So first, that Tottenham, I see the way that we play, that I think it's like more like a possession, and then we most likely attack. We mostly attack the first 10 minutes and the second half. And I think that actually works because, as you can see, against West Ham, we demolished 2-0. And I think that we could have scored more. And I think Son, he showed himself that he does better when he comes from the bench. But he still did good and he scored.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go on.
It's funny that he said that Tottenham attack. Because, in my opinion, they mostly stay back, and they have like Kulusevski playing deep as well. But they have Son and Harry Kane mostly up front, and then what is it called? Like with Son's pace, Harry Kane just always finds a through ball for him, and it's easy to launch the counterattacks. I've never seen them, like only sometimes, barely any, but against a big team where they actually like push them like deep, like push people's deep, like with the pressure and actually like attacking them. Like I think out of the big 6, everyone does it better than Tottenham.
But Mohammed, as you can see, Chelsea, when they have been attacking, what has happened?
I mean, it's not our fault we miss it. That's what we do.
No. But it's
Chelsea doesn't even play football. I don't even know what we do for a living.
Exactly. As King Chelsea said, that Chelsea doesn't know what they're doing. But as you can see, Tottenham, even if they don't attack that much, we win 1-0 and we actually make it to the top 4.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Hopefully you don't pull somebody's hair.
Yeah, like
Cucurella's hair and get a goal.
Yeah, let's make sure Cucurella doesn't start the game, so his hair doesn't get
cut
pulled.
his hair.
That's why Enzo Fernandez got a trip. He doesn't want to get his hair pulled.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting to see. Yeah, I don't really know what to think anymore about Chelsea at the moment. I'm just watching games because I don't know what's gonna happen. Every time, I predict.
I think that Chelsea's problem is that they lack in running back and defense, because most of the players, they attack. But when it comes to counter-attack from the other opposition, it just doesn't work. They beat them.
And also scoring goals though. Like we attack, but for what? Like no end product. We hit the post, we pass to the goalkeeper, off target, we shoot to the moon. We just can't score a damn goal. That's the problem.
It's very bad.
Really bad at the moment. And you're playing against the clinical Hurricane and Son.
Yes.
Every time they play Chelsea, they are in another level. So, I mean, I don't know how to make about this one, but I'm going to just watch the
I'm sorry,
game.
I have to do something, so I have to go right now.
Okay, thank you so much, my friend, for calling, and come back next time. For probably Sunday. Sunday, we might have to do a watch along, together, so we banter each other and all the good stuff. What do you think about the game on Sunday, Mr. King?
I think Chelsea. Hopefully, there'll be a surprise. Hopefully, Graham Potter actually uses his tactics. I don't think he really knows how to play with the team. But people have been saying that we just need to let him stay, which I totally disagree on. I think he really needs to go. I don't know what Todd Bowley has been thinking, like when he hired Graham Potter. And something else that makes me mad is that we're going to be called the London Cowboys next season. Like, Chelsea sounds more of a better name, and I don't think why. Like, why did we have to be called the London Cowboys next season? Why can't we just stick with Chelsea?
Yeah. I understand. So, probably, let's wait. Probably, we're going to have individual doing miracles. Look, no team, but probably individual brilliance can help us. Enzo Fernandez, top corner, top bin. Joao Felix. It's going to be very interesting to see the game on Sunday, because Sunday also there is a Carabao Cup final after that. So Sunday in the Premier League is going to be one game, Chelsea against Tottenham, and then the final of the Carabao Cup at Wembley. So that is going to be interesting weekend. People, we're still here for 30 more minutes, and then I'm going to have to leave. Everything is going to be on the screen, commentary and graphics, and come back at halftime just to see if somebody want to call or want to talk, and then go back again and come back after the game so we can talk and try to conclude the show. But if you feel you can call us, feel free to do so. It's free of charge. Jordan Pickford is close to agreeing a new long-term contract at Everton, according to Mr. Herbert, and the contract with the paperwork expected to be signed within the next week. This is a good news because I didn't want him to come to Chelsea, and he was heavily linked with Chelsea Football Club, and him signing a new contract just means that Chelsea are not going to sign him anymore. He reminds me of Kepa Arrizabalaga, same size, short arms, good goalkeepers on their days, of course, but anything aerial is always a problem and a struggle. Everything shot, like from far away, like, they tend to concede some stupid goals. Good evening, Mr. Cisse. Good King City Fix. When you play Real Madrid, you can't stop pressing them. You have to make it difficult for them to play. Oh, so you're talking about the game between Liverpool and Real Madrid, right? Okay. Yeah, Real Madrid, you have to be awake until the last second because they can snap it anytime and harm you. When you think they are finished, no, that's just the beginning for them. So Chelsea learned it last season, Manchester City, and also Liverpool, PSG. They did the same thing, and nobody had the gut to understand that Chelsea almost, if we didn't make like stupid subs, bringing Pulisic and bringing Hakim Ziyech instead of like closing the shop, we were going to qualify probably for the semi-final, and who knows. So the Real Madrid people just need to find a way to stay awake until the end, because they're still there, my friend. They're still there at any time. So 29 minutes to go until the beginning of this game. Feel free to call us if you have time to do so. The link being provided for everybody to call. Everybody just left me without saying hi. Tokido left, King Chelsea left, Mohammed, Jamal left, Herbert left. So I'm on my own now. Let me just remind you, for Manchester United, they have Wan-Bissaka, De Gea, Varane, Martinez, Shaw, Casemiro, Fred, Fernandes, Sancho, Rashford, Weghorst. Subs, they have Heaton, Dalot, Lindelof, Maguire, Malacia, Naino, I never heard of him, McTominay, Sabitzer, Pelistri, Anthony, Elanga, and Garnacho. That is the bench. And for let's see, let's go to Barcelona to remind you their starting 11. Let's go to Barcelona. Look at this guy. So as you can tell here, yeah, I can't really tell properly here, but you can say Ter Stegen, Araujo, Sergio, Lewandowski, Christensen, Kessie, Roberto, De Jong, Rafinha, Koundé, and Balde. So both teams are really, really strong in my opinion. But I think United playing home in front of their own fans. Rashford is on another planet at the moment. Everything he touches turns to gold. So I think it's going to be a very interesting game. But I see United just winning it at the end. Probably 2-1 or something like that. Because Barcelona are not mugs. They have a strong team too. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what's going to happen, my friend. All right, so let's see. If you want to call us, the link been provided there. You can just click on the link and all right, fixing some stuff here. So let me go to okay, so this is going to be the stage that you'll be watching when I take a break. Everything is going to be on the screen just like this, and you see the graphic and the result and everything, so you can enjoy the comment, audio comment. So look at this. Sporting actually are leading against the Midland 4-0. Monaco against Leverkusen. Wow, Leverkusen are leading 3-2. And the game is about to finish. 90 minutes plus 3. All the games are going to be at the end in a few minutes from now. Nantes, oh my goodness. Monaco just scored. Oh my goodness, 3-3. Monaco scored the last minute of stoppage time, 3-3. So who is going in? Who is going? I think Leverkusen won the first leg. So Leverkusen still going through. Kalim Hasnadou. And yeah, 3-3. Yeah, I see it from here. And let's see here. Nantes got a red card and they are losing at home 3-0. I'm going to ask you to go watch Di Maria's goal for Juventus. Oh my goodness, that goal is something else. PSV are leading 1-0 against Sevilla, but it's going to be too late because I think Sevilla actually won 3-0 at home. Correct me if I'm wrong. Oh my goodness, so they get, wait. Monaco against Leverkusen. Is the goal being taken off or something? It's still showing here 3-2, but I saw a goal scored here on my screen. I don't know. There are so many games going on right now that I can't really keep up with everything. But it looks like they're taking a break. I think they're going on extra time or something like that. Oh wow. Interesting. So PSV are gonna be out of the competition. They sold Cody Gakpo. They sold also Noni Madueke. So they must be less at the moment, you know. People, give me some likes, please. Let's get to at least 50 likes. Let's do it, please. It doesn't cost anything. It just takes 1 second to do it. The more you like, the more YouTube are going to promote me. So I need your help. I need some likes. Okay, hopefully people can see me and can hear me from here. United will get clapped. Will get clapped. King City, say so. Oh, I see. You are from Manchester City, so you want Manchester United to lose, right? And Manchester City got some kind of connection with Barcelona, Pep Guardiola, Aguero, stuff like that. Yeah, they are very close to Barcelona, I know. And I understand why. I understand why you don't want Manchester United to win. And can you imagine if Manchester United win the Champions League, the Europa League, and Manchester City win the Champions League and they have to meet in the Super Cup? Wow. That is going to be some cracker. I'm a Barcelona fan, my G. Oh, so you say King City. What? Seeing your... Oh my goodness. PSV just scored. 2-0, but they still need one more goal, though. If they have to qualify, they need one more goal. Yeah. They need one more goal. There are a lot of goals ready to recover from. So you are from Barcelona, but when I saw the city here, I was thinking, oh man, you are from Manchester City. But okay, all right. Maybe you are the king from the city of Barcelona or something, not the city of Manchester United, of Manchester. So 2-0 for PSV, as you can tell on your screen. So the game between Midland and Sporting already finished, so it's 4-0 to Sporting. They are going through the next round. And between Monaco and Bayern Leverkusen, it's gonna be extra time, so they are taking a break now and go to extra time. Nantes from France against Juventus, they lost at home 3-0 to Juventus. And for the PSV and Sevilla, it's still few seconds to go. Few seconds more to play. And after that, we're going to have many other games. AS Roma against Salzburg, RB Salzburg. It will be interesting to see how Tammy Abraham performs. And Manchester United against Barcelona, of course. I can't even believe that two giants like this are playing in the Europa League. This is not their place, you know. Europa League is not for Manchester United. It's not for Barcelona. It's just weird. It's even weird to think that... Okay, so extra time between Monaco and Leverkusen just started. 30 more minutes. Let's go. PSV against Sevilla. The game just finished. I think Sevilla are going through, but just by one goal. One goal only. And like I said, in about 20 minutes from now, other games in the Europa League are going to start. Okay. Okay, what do you say here? Like Bayern or Real Madrid gonna win the Champions League? You are a Barcelona guy, right? You are a Barcelona fan. And you telling me right now, my G, that you want Real Madrid to win the Champions League. I heard of. You know, Barcelona fans are going to prefer to even cancel the Champions League than Madrid winning it. I don't think Real Madrid are going to win it. Yeah, I have that horrible feelings that, last season it was that way. Oh, they're gonna get knocked out by such, and then they beat everybody, won it. But this season, I think people are gonna be more careful, and they don't look good at all. I mean, they just know how to score goals and how to get the job done. But if you have a team that is going to be alerted for 90 minutes, they're gonna knock them out. It's not that you want them to win, but Real Madrid built for the Champions League. Well, maybe. This season, Benzema is struggling with injuries, but every time he's on the pitch, he always does something. So yeah, why not? Probably let's wait and see what's gonna happen. But they are contenders, but I don't see them really winning. I don't think they can beat City this season, you know. They won't be able to beat City again. City are going to try to... Oh, Leverkusen just scored 4-2 against Monaco, people. What a game. What a crazy, crazy game. Crazy, crazy game, my friend. Yeah, so many games are happening right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Help me get at least 50 likes. Please do it. Doesn't cost us anything. It takes us just 1 second. Click that like button, my friend. Let's destroy that like button. I think... Yeah, Real will mop the floor with City. Yeah, last season is last season. Let's wait and see what's going to happen. Yeah, Tom, let me fix something on the screen before I take you so people can have you. We're still here for 15 minutes, and I will leave you with comment and then come back at halftime. Tom, give me a second. Let me just fix something on you on what? Wait. On YouTube. Otherwise, nobody's gonna hear what you say. So, hello, Mr. Tom. Yeah, you are live now. Let's go. Are you still there, Tom? Unmute yourself, please. Is this my issue or something? Probably I have some issues. We can't hear you, Tom. You have some issues with your microphone. Probably disconnect yourself and come back because we can't hear anything. Okay, so Manchester United, Frankie de Jong actually today is gonna be like, oh my goodness. This is the stadium that I might be playing next season. United really wanted Frankie de Jong, but Frankie de Jong said, no, I am going to stay at Barcelona. Yes, Tom.
Evening, how are we doing?
Yeah, now we can hear you nicely.
Good.
Yes, sir. What do you have to say today? Are you gonna smash this team? Are you gonna smash the Merengues, or
We're gonna bankrupt them. No, listen, I respect Barcelona as a team. At the end of the day,
it's banter, man. Everybody understand the banter. We have to banter. That's what football is all about. It's not lacking respect or something. It's just banter. What's wrong? Without banter,
we respect. We respect every club that has histories and traditions. At the end of the day, Barcelona's history delves, as deep as such as clubs like Man United do, Madrid, all those great teams from the past and everything. Unfortunately, we look at it more in the modern day era. Both teams aren't what they used to be. We can safely say that. Real Madrid are there or thereabouts, are they not? I mean, they just won the Champions League, ripped Liverpool apart midweek. So we can say all we want about historical teams and everything. But no, it's a prospecting game tonight, I will admit. Both of us, I don't think there's any arguments or excuses for missing players or anything, because both teams are missing players at the end of the day.
Yeah.
In this game, they're missing their two youth superstars in Gavi and Pedri. We're missing players like Eriksen and Donny van de Beek and stuff. So there is no excuses at the end of the day in this game. I thought we went to their own backyard and took the absolute mess out of them. Being completely honest, I think the way we utilised the length of the pitch and counter-attacking transitions and stuff. I think Jules Koundé is very lucky to be in this game. He even admitted that himself. I think he was shocked that he didn't get sent off at the end of the day. But we know, you should know anyway, Oggs, with Barcelona, when you play them and the referees that's appointed, shouldn't you? Being a Chelsea supporter. You should know about the referees when you play Barcelona.
I know, and it was some kind of injustice also against Manchester United. Erik ten Hag was not happy at all.
This is one of the things that Ten Hag is one of those managers where he doesn't whinge or whine, but when he does, it's for a reason. At the end of the day, he's one of those shrewd managers. I call them the old-fashioned managers, where he just doesn't care and he just gets on with it. If you don't get something, you talk about it after the game, not during the game, because during the game you're in live flow, action, and that's why when I saw the referee actually give him the yellow card in midweek, I thought, when he loses like his composure or his posture and attitude, or as people say, charisma, when he loses that, you can tell that it's for a reason. Because he doesn't just lose it. I've not seen him lose it when he was at Ajax, even when he's at Man United now. I've not seen him lose it once on the touchline, whether it be with an official or anything. So that's why I was shocked when he even got yellow carded.
Yeah, true.
But that was in Spain at the end of the day. We're in Manchester now, and at the end of the day, I think if the game pans out how it did in the Camp Nou, in the way that Barcelona are going to set up and play, if they don't adapt to the atmosphere and the actual occasion, like they should have done in the Camp Nou on their own turf, if they don't adapt like it this way, they'll get wiped aside. And I'm honest enough to say that I'm confident that Man United, if we take our chances, we can wipe this Barcelona side completely.
You're gonna take them. You know why?
I think we should have took them. I think we should have took them in the Camp Nou.
He always scored. Like the boy is on fire at the moment. Rashford. So
I think we should have took them in the Camp Nou. If I'm being perfectly honest, that game could have ended 3-5, 5-3 or whatever in our favour. They had the chances as well, but they weren't as clear cut as ours. Like, we had players who were clean for one goal and didn't take the chance. And there was obviously occasions. Casemiro hit his own post and everything like that. So chances go for and against us in the case. But no, at the end of the day, I look at both clubs and both managers, and I think they're at that stage where I think both managers are looking at this competition, even given it's the size, the nature of the club, and the history of winning trophies with both teams. I think both of them have got their eye on the league, if I'm being completely honest. I think we at Man United and Ten Hag has his eye on the Premier League. We've also got a cup final at the weekend to look forward to as well. So there's a lot of season-defining games, shall we say, coming in this week for us. But in saying that, it's the same thing for Barcelona. I think Xavi personally is prioritising La Liga, and I think they have every right to. They want to take that guard back off of Real Madrid. I think any team should have that prospect, because it's one thing to be successful in Europe, but to win your own major league against 20 other teams and to own the bragging rights of your own country for that whole summer it tastes sweet. But at the end of the day, both clubs are far off of competing at a high level in the Champions League. I'll be in awe of saying that. But both of these teams have got the players, and they've got the moments of brilliance that can easily change a game and can easily change the complexion of the whole tournament.
They have some X factor, and this guy here, my brother, Arsenal for life, said that Arsenal gonna win the Premier League and Europa League. Do you believe that, Tom?
I think they'll
From
win.
Arsenal fans, yeah.
Personally, I think they'll win the league, but I think Arteta will look at the Europa League and think it'll get to a point where I think he'll get through this next round with Arsenal, if I'm being perfectly honest. But I think they'll get to that point, Arsenal, where they will look at it and think, what's more important? And what is more important at Europa League or the Premier League title? I think it's the Premier League, isn't it? So I wouldn't be too surprised.
Yeah. They need,
I think FA Cup as well. I think they'll do away with that, if I'm being completely honest. If they're like 5 or 6 points clear, because they know they can't trust City not to go on these like 10-game unbeaten runs and make a sprint for the finish like they normally do at the end of every season with any team that they're in a title race with, then I think Arteta will just prioritise the Premier League, because he's far more superior, and you get far more financials out of winning that than the Europa League. And Arsenal, I think they would rather define their European success winning something like the Champions League, maybe in a couple of years, than winning a Europa League in a season that they potentially had the chance to win the title and didn't, just because they forsaken winning a trophy in the Europa League.
Yeah,
I think they're better than that personally anyway, and I think with the season that they've had, I think they deserve better than a Europa League, to be perfectly honest.
But Europa League is got more value now. You have Manchester United. We're talking about Manchester United here, and you have Barcelona, and you have Arsenal. So I think
Juventus are in it.
Juventus are on it. So still in the Champions League level, because right now, don't tell me that Chelsea are better than United, but they are in the Champions League. So it doesn't mean if you are in the Europa League and you are less team. You know what I mean? So I think the level is good. Arsenal, any trophy this season is going to do it, because they never won any European competition. So probably something to show in their cabinet and say, oh yeah, we are kings of London. Where are your 2 Champions League trophies, brothers? So that is going to be another. If anything that they're going to win this season is going to be, we're going to hear about it for the next 10 years.
Oh, of course.
Because I don't think next season is going to be that easy for them in the Premier League. If you don't win it this season, my brother, it's going to be a long
summer.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long summer, put it that way, mate.
Yeah.
You better lock your doors.
Yes. It's going to be a long, long one for you. You have to do everything in your power to win, because if you don't win, it is what it is. So people, 5 minutes to go. I'm still here for 5 minutes with Tom. I will leave and put all the commentary on the screen. Go watch the game with I have a lot of people at home. They are drinking and watching the game. I don't drink. So I'm gonna watch the game with them and come back at halftime if somebody wanna talk. And yeah, I'm gonna be on and off, but everything is gonna be on the screen. You won't be disappointed. Very good comment and all that, so no problem. Let me check on other games that already ended. Let's go onto Europa League page here. Bam. Yeah, some games already ended. Nantes, this is one of the cities that I used to live back then in France. I lived there like for 18 months or so, or less than that, for probably 15 months. In Nantes, Nantes lost 3-0 to Juventus at home, and Midtjylland lost 0-4 to Sporting Lisbon. And I think another game still going on. They have some extra time going on between Monaco and Leverkusen until now. It's still like 2-4, something like that. And PSV won 2-0, but they are out because they had to score like 4 goals before going through. But the away game and also the away goals don't count anymore. So it is what it is. So you can see everything here live from Old Trafford. Lewandowski here, they're showing him. I don't want to get copyrighted and all that. So yeah, man, very, very good good evening or good night or whatever your location is, because there are so many games. So let me go to and focus on United against Barcelona. So Jadon Sancho and Rashford are on fire at the moment. Everything they touch turned to gold. The same kind of celebration. So it is what it is. Tom is gone, and probably he's gonna come back at halftime or after the game because we're gonna be here. Let me read some more comments. No comment. No comment. So yeah. Let's go. So halftime for Monaco against Leverkusen. Halftime of the extra time, if that makes sense. So they're gonna be 15 minutes. They go on break and come back for the last 15 minutes. But Leverkusen are leading 3-2 against Monaco away. Monaco are one of those stadiums that they don't have enough people. In Monaco. Monaco is small. Their stadium is just like in a rock or something. And it's always like empty stadium because they don't have many people living there. The people that live there are like, very rich people and then whatever. So the fans are from like neighbors towns that support Monaco. So yeah, when you play over there, it seems like you are playing always, in the neutral ground or something. So, yeah, that's why many people go there and win games, because you don't feel like they have enough support from their fans. And if you brought your own fans, they might even take over the entire stadium. Huh? So the second half of extra time just started between Monaco and Leverkusen. All right, my people. So let me just refresh my stream and see what is going to happen. UEFA. Yeah, the game just started. Okay, people, so I'm going to have to leave, go watch the game, and come back at halftime. But you're going to have everything on the screen. You're going to enjoy some very good comment here. And if you are just listening, you're gonna love it. Don't worry about anything. You're going to enjoy it. The game's just started between Manchester United and Barcelona. Let's go. The first minute. I'll be back at halftime, people.
With Fernandes on the right in the early stages there. Sancho came on for Garnacho on Sunday and he was able to perform in that number 10 role. Got a goal, scored home and away against Leicester. Shaw's brought down Jules Koundé and he's holding his ankle at the moment. The French. It stays 0-0 here, but Barcelona felt they can't afford to give Manchester United that room and space on the transition. Coming in from that right side, United's captain of the evening, and it was a good strong save from ter Stegen, right-footed. It's a bit of time now though for Roberto. Spreads this to the left side for Barcelona. I do hope we get the same entertainment we saw at the Camp Nou. Quickly to have a shot that's off target through Rafinha, and it wasn't as clear or as precise. It's with Ter Stegen back towards Christensen, back with Rio Fernandes. Christensen in a risky game as Manchester United start to press, and they nearly win as Fred intercepts, but his interception's heavy. We're still with Christensen in the back line for Barcelona, who are struggling to get out. It's gifted to Casemiro. For Jules Koundé, and that's gone out of play, and it'll be a throw into Manchester United. Supposed to have that fast start for Erik ten Hag's team. It was could have been a perfect start for Erik ten Hag's team. He headed on by Weghorst, looking towards Rashford down this left side. But once again, we saw the threat that Rashford possessed there in that move. Rafinha clears and goes long. It's Varane and Lewandowski running towards the ball. Excellent from Varane. Headed on by Weghorst, looking towards Rashford down this left side. But once again, we saw the threat that Rashford possessed there. Field, really good challenge from Wan-Bissaka. That's one in the centre circle. Here's Casemiro to Fred. Casemiro gets it back. The penalty box for Manchester United. Smell of the black gloves tonight. Thrown to the floor by Kessie. And the referee's not too hesitant to out of the date where Manchester United are looking to attack. Ter Stegen is the left side of the date where Manchester United are looking to attack. Ter Stegen is Puts the ball up, it's found to Lewandowski now. Chests it down. Has a little bit of space. He's got Balde to the left of him. Gives it to Lewandowski, who you probably want there, near the halfway line. Koundé, and it's cut out by Casemiro, and it's given away, in fact, by Casemiro, the halfway line, then the penalty box. Aroa now to the '18 trophies with Barcelona, Roberto. And on that occasion it was a bit too much on Martinez. Balls of Manchester United, 13 minutes gone here. Still goalless. Fernandes, it wasn't a goal in the first half. In the first leg, all 4 came in the second period. Vegos spreads this to the man of the moment, Marcus Rashford. Penalty box, and he needs his defender just to come in to cut out Marcus Rashford. It will be a corner. Excellent work from quite simply the best player in the world at the moment, statistically and on the eye. Everything that Marcus Rashford touches is turned into gold. It's a corner that's taken short for Manchester United on the far side. Fred gives it back to Shaw. Loads of red shirts in the middle. It's going to be a ball in by Fred. It's poor and it's headed out by Barcelona. It was wasteful from the home side. Sancho has the ball in his own half. He flicks this towards Shaw, who'd stayed up. He's got Rashford twice tonight. Vegos tries to nick the ball from Arojo. United, as David Hare comes out, kicks it all the way down to the goalkeeper. There's not much in this one. It's always going to be the case. The two heavyweights meeting in this round. It's Balde to Sturgeon. And Phil to Frankie de Jong, who's just evaded a press there. 3 in the box. Lewandowski is free, headed away by Manchester United, and evaded the press there from Bruno Fernandes. Excellent from Frankie de Jong. They'll go down this right side, Barcelona with Here, Barcelona defender is still on the ground, or Erik ten Hag is having a conversation with Aaron Bissaka. But Manchester United shouldn't panic. They're in fantastic form. They've won most games than anyone else in Europe this season, and especially after the World Cup. They are the form side. It's their patch, and Bruno Fernandes was one he had to make the referee, and he chose to point to the spot. Man United very much stretched there. Barcelona creating the angles and opening Manchester United. Man United have to be careful that the arrears doesn't turn a bit long. I'm very surprised momentarily because it's won by Fernandes. He goes in field to Sancho. Man United need to get Rashford on the ball, who's going through the hard. Plays it back to Koundé. Koundé's in the middle, in the centre circle. 1-0. The La Liga leaders lead. De Jong onto the right side for Koundé. It's a dangerous this for Manchester United. Barcelona getting into good positions. Trying to go past Martinez, and that's not an easy thing. It's Casemiro who gets it from Martinez. 1-0 United still trail here at Old Trafford in this Europa League game. It's given away by Sancho. Lewandowski, United got to be careful. Roberto's moving in the centre. They weren't able to progress that ball there, Barcelona. United were carved open. Rashford just dummied the ball. Weghorst wasn't on the same wavelength. Varane is though to win the ball back. Barcelona doing very well with the pressing. And Man United are struggling to move the ball. A low driven ball now towards Wan-Bissaka, and it's just given away to Balde. Right idea from Casemiro, but when Casemiro is giving stray passes like that, you just know Manchester United are not at it at the moment tonight. The dots aren't connecting for them. Looking a bit leggy so far. 38 minutes gone. It's with Martinez though, who's won the ball. It's loose and there's an opportunity for Barca to switch the ball to the right. On that occasion, Lewandowski didn't look up to his right side, and if he did, Rafinha would have been in for sure. Switch the ball to the right side. He didn't do that. Once again, United have 3 defenders and there was gold shirts in the pocket. And Fred, really good work from Kessie. He's just running the show here. He's thread this to the right side. Lewandowski's in the middle. He feeds this to Rafinha. It goes short. Back to Rafinha, and it's over the bar from the former Leeds man. It's the second time he's had a shooting opportunity on his favoured left foot. Roberto. In a intriguing second leg so far. Lewandowski's penalty the difference. Casemiro launching his forward. Not sure if that's going to reach Weghorst. As Frankie de Jong is there. It's pushed back to Stegen. Stegen's ball is low. The Haag has now gone back to Mitchell van der Erck, his assistant, on the touchline. De Jong. To Ahura. To Stegen. Or to come in centrally to head it away. The danger's still there here for Manchester United. Barcelona ended their first half. Into Busquets. De Jong twisting and turning away from Fred. Christensen goes in field. A lot of room here for Roberto. Kessie down the left side. Balde alongside the penalty box. Really good work here from Barcelona. Roberto. Rafinha gets it from Lewandowski. It's going to be teed up by Jules Koundé. And Wan-Bissaka clears for Manchester United. But Weghorst comes back. Doesn't clear convincingly, Weghorst. And he's now just holding heads here tonight. Weghorst, you make the mistake, you've got to just see what Barcelona do with the ball because he's not going. It's going to be Frankie de Jong. Right footed to take it. It's clipped out by Casemiro and it'll go for a corner.
Okay, guys, so I'm having some issues here. My audio, my commentary just not coming through, so apologies about that. Technical issues, really. So I don't know what's going on today, but you heard all the results on the screen. Probably not the best comment ever, but I will try to fix it next time. This time around I tried to do my best, but it wasn't good enough. So Manchester United are losing at home 1-0. Penalty, Lewandowski, bam, 1-0. So the second half they now need to score like a couple goals It's going to be very, very difficult one. Okay, this guy here said it. I'm reading some comment. The first half determined by two moments of Bruno Fernandes lacking composure at both ends. Okay. So Bruno Fernandes to blame for the first half. If you wanna call me, I'm gonna be here for 10 more minutes. Mr. Thomas said that yo, and let's go Barcelona according to Mr. Kiko. So if you wanna come here and talk to us, feel free to do so. And if you can help me get at least 50 likes. Yeah, you see, I'm having some audio issue everywhere, just popping up from nowhere. I can't control it, so that's why you didn't have comment for a long time, because I don't know, struggling to fix it. Next time it's gonna be better, my friends. Next time. Yeah, Lewandowski, man, 1-0 penalty, and Manchester United need to score a couple goals at least, and hope that Barcelona don't score any goal in order for them to go through. So it's getting more complicated for them. Let's wait and see what's gonna happen. Oh, for the first time that Lewandowski played at Old Trafford, and he scored. All right. It's going to be really painful for United to lose, right? They've been doing good so far, but Ten Hag is a manager that will create some miracles. The second half they get even better. They are not like Chelsea. Chelsea, the second half, they always get worse. But Manchester United, they always get better. He's going to make some changes and try to win the game. So it's going to be very interesting second half. Brace yourselves, because this is going to be something else. Okay. So people, help me get 50 likes, please. Much appreciated. So any comment? I came here for you people. So you can call, and the link being provided there, because without people, I'm not gonna do any live stream. I do it for the people. Okay, let's read some statistics from the first half here from Statman Dev. Casemiro half by numbers against Barcelona. 100% area duel won, 14 passes completed, 2 long passes completed, 2 clearances, 1 interception, 1 block, 1 key pass, 1 shot, holding the midfield together. All right, Casemiro. Those are statistics from Mr. Casemiro. He knows Barcelona and he wanna win against them. Right? Let's go to De Jong. Frankie De Jong. 20 out of 22 pass accuracy. 3 out of 3 successful dribbles. 5 out of 6 ground duel won. 2 out of 2 aerial duel won. Okay. He's like the most completed dribbles, the most accurate passer with 91%. He is everywhere. I think today he just made sure that United can see what they are missing But United wanted him. They wanted to pay 80 million. He didn't want to come to United. That's the problem. So I can't really blame United for not getting him because he didn't want to come. Let's go to Alejandro Baldes. First half in numbers here. 100% take on completed, 36 touches, 6 duel contested, 5 duel won, 5 passes in the final third, 3 take-ons completed, 3 possession won, 2 fouls won, 1 penalty won. Alejandro Balde. He's a young man that he got a big future. Big one. Mr. Balde. So United need to be careful because otherwise they're gonna be out. They're gonna be out of Europe. And nobody to blame but themselves, you know. In the first leg, they could have killed the game. They didn't. Part of that's because of the referee, but not only the referee. Okay, all right, people. So the second half is going to happen in 5 minutes. And I came here, people, to listen from you. But it looks like you don't want to come and talk to us. So let me plug myself a little quick here. This is my page here on Twitter. Green Turf, the same Green Turf on Instagram and TikTok. TikTok. Let's go and follow each other and let's grow the community. And if you don't mind, give me some likes. Some likes won't hurt anybody. And we're gonna start the second half in few minutes. But it's gonna be just a comment, audio commentary and graphics. And I will come back probably the end of the game just to talk to you people. But looks like nobody is interested on calling, so maybe or maybe not. Let's go to other games, as you can tell here. Midland 0, Sporting Lisbon 4, Monaco 2, Bayern Leverkusen 4, Nantes 0, Juventus 3, PSV 2, Sevilla 0. AS Roma are leading so far 2-0 against Salzburg. Manchester United are losing at home against Barcelona 1-0. Rennes against Shakhtar still 0-0. And then Union Berlin are leading 2-0 against Ajax Amsterdam. So those are the results that we have right now. Okay? So I am going to be here for a few more minutes before I leave you with a comment. I'm having some technical issues with my audio commentary, so if it doesn't work out in the second half, I might have to leave and try to fix everything and come back next time. I don't know. It's just so complicated today. Nothing is working for me today. All right. Let's go and read some comment from The second half is about to start, so you have to be careful here. Okay. Is there any breaking news in the world of football? Let's go to Fab. Mr. Romano say Arsenal are still feeling optimistic on Bukayo Saka's new deal. I think, and then he confirmed like an hour ago, Arsenal have reached a verbal agreement to extend Bukayo Saka's contract. New long-term deal always been a priority. It's not signed yet, but it might be signed in the next days or weeks. Exclusive Chelsea are closing in on verbal agreement with Independiente de la Valle to sign Ecuadorian gem Kendry Pace. Deal close to be completed. Very soon it's gonna be a here we go. How many years are we gonna sign him? We gave him like his he's 15, 16. Chelsea to sign him for 20 years or something. 20 years contract. You don't know how many or how long the contract is going to be. So people, let's go back to the stadium because some games already start. Yeah. Manchester United are not going to let this slip away from them. They are coming in the second half, all gun blazings. Try to win it. And that is a danger because you might leave a lot of gaps behind for Barcelona to score. So they have to be cautious, but 45 minutes just to score a couple goals and make sure that you don't concede. That's the problem, my friend. That is the problem. That is the problem that United got at the moment. Anybody? No questions? No calls? No nothing? Oh man. Okay, so I'm gonna have to leave you with graphics and comment while I am trying to fix some issues that I have with my audio here, and probably, I said probably, might come back at the end of this game just to give you a chance to call and talk. All right? God.
right leg towards it, and it's suddenly hit the back of the net.
Should have break on because they had the ball out wide, didn't they? Man United, but in a dangerous position, really. And there's space of Fred on the outside here in the box. As I say, he's taken the touch. Then when he's making right foot, he's thrown his right leg towards it, and it's beaten to stay. It'll be interesting to see it again because it wasn't right in the corner. It didn't seem to have a lot of power behind it either. But United at a level. A dream start to the second half. At Barcelona looked shell-shocked. Let's look at it again here. Couldn't they head it away? And then it's headed away by Busquets. Poor touch from Kessie. Jadon Sancho picks it up. He finds Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes plays a ball square to Fred, and it's really strange defending from Barcelona. Fred takes a good first touch. He's across Frenkie de Jong, and then to be fair to Fred, it's a fantastic finish on his weaker right foot. He pokes his right leg, as I say. It doesn't look like he gets a lot of power on it, but it's curling away just from ter Stegen, beyond his fingertips. United a level, and it really is out of nowhere, man.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a shinner there from Fred when you see the replay. It's more above his ankle than below it, but it's a great strike nonetheless from the Brazilian. I don't know whether Fernandes is even trying to find Fred, or there's a further man even wider of him, and I think it might have been Rashford or Antony, and yeah, just out of nowhere, it shocked myself as well, because I just did not expect to see that from Fred just then. As Kessie sprinting down the right-hand side, has to hurdle a tackle there from Martinez, and his touch is overcooked and goes out of play for a throw-in on the right-hand side. But just like that, it's Manchester United 1, Barcelona 1. The equalising goal comes from Fred. We'll just see the replay now as Fernandes absolutely fizzed it into Fred. And in fact, I think that Alex Balde, the fullback, seeing that reverse replay, is expecting the ball to get past Fred, given the power that Fernandes puts on the pass, and gambles, takes a step to his left-hand side. If he takes a step to his right, expecting the ball to go to Fred, he might get across and block that ball. But as we see a replay now of Xavi Hernandez and Rafinha, and their reactions to that goal, they're more shocked than anything, aren't they, as well? And suddenly this game is 3-3 at aggregate, and we could be going on past full 90 minutes. There's a long ball here from Man United again in towards Antes. Touch of the game, tries to square that one. In fact, it might be a tackle there from the retreating Andreas Christensen, but he was bearing down on goal, Anthony. He had a little bit more pace. He's well away on goal.
We're talking about that threat that Manchester United pose, and again it's Balde. He's caught so high up the pitch, but Manchester United didn't have that pace in behind on that right-hand side in the first half to really cause that problem of Balde being forward. This time with Anthony, they've got the player who's willing to run in behind, and he does just that. And Christensen, to his credit, it's a fantastic recovery challenge, but United really dangerous at the start of this second half.
Yeah, absolutely. Anthony's probably got to do better in that situation to hold off the Danish defender, as a free kick's given to Anthony over on that far side. Seems to get all the decisions in this second half, as Balde is the man that's caught him. He's got a completely different task against him this second half, hasn't he? Because Fernandes was a different player, and he looked as though he had the better of Fernandes, but Fernandes is now in the middle of the park with Sancho on the left, Rashford up top, and even Rashford just chasing down. He instantly receives this free kick on the right-hand side of the box, controls it, goes to his right foot again, strikes across the face of goal, blocked away by Busquets. Not once, but twice. He turns in the box again with a Cruyff turn, back to the right-hand side. Here's Fernandes looking to put the ball in the box. Offside is now given against Manchester United. Some of the fans are perplexed by that decision. Let's have a look at the replay. It was a quick free kick from Fernandes. I tell you what, it's a game of millimetres, isn't it? Fernandes playing that ball to Rashford, and it's he that's been adjudged to be off.
It's a fantastic decision from linesman, because he is offside, but it's just really strange how he's left it so long. I mean, we're talking, he's left it about 30 seconds before he's put the flag up, and the Man United fans and players look perplexed, but to be honest, it's a fantastic decision. Rashford is offside from that quick free kick, but United, whatever Erik ten Hag said and the changes he's made, have been absolutely spot on so far, because they look just a cut above how they looked in the first half, and now it's Barcelona's turn to look a bit stunned.
Yeah, I think Rashford just now looks interested in the game, being down the middle, and he's chasing everything that the centre-halves have at the feet. Equally so, Fernandes, now in the middle of the park, looks more interested as well. He's not isolated on the right-hand side where he was being beaten by Alex Balde. In truth, he's now down the middle and chasing as well, and it almost sets itself up like a 4-4-2 in a way, because Fernandes chases so high up the field, doesn't he? At 50 minutes into the game, it's now Manchester United 1, Barcelona 1, and Manchester United will be delighted with the way that they have started this crucial second half in this second leg. Round 32 Europa League playoff game to get into the last 16. Antony's on the ball now, backing in to Balde, drops it back into Fred, and I tell you what, there's a free man on the right hand side there in the shape of Wan-Bissaka, but the Brazilian didn't play the ball over the top. It's a completely different game now, isn't it? And you've got some experienced heads in that Barcelona team, and boy oh boy will they need to readjust in this second half now and just regain their composure, because they were the better side in the first half, and they need to re-establish that if they're going to go on to win this game. Of course, it's so hard to travel to Old Trafford in European competition. They know that, as Roberto chasing up alongside Lewandowski now as Varane plays a square ball into Martinez, dropped back toward De Gea, who had that shocking moment at the end of the first half where he rather got away with a terrible pass out from the back, and oh, how things could be different. And Sergio Roberto, Frank Kessié, found the back of the net on that occasion as Rashford gets onto a second ball here, chasing down the right-hand side. Poor touch from him, smashed against him, given away by Christensen. Still coming forward, drives down the line against Araujo, looks to put it across the face of goal and slices it out of play, I think, for a goal kick. It may have taken a deflection, but it's just a hopeful long ball. Wan-Bissaka is the furthest man forward, and I don't think Christensen quite knows what to do with it. He finds Rashford, and once again, it's just poor from Christensen, gives it back to him.
It is, he just kicks it straight against Rashford. But again, Matt, it's that right flank where United are having so much success because Balde's pushing on, and he was in the first half, we mentioned it a couple of times, but they weren't exposing it, didn't have the pace in behind, did they? But this time, they do. And again, Balde's caught up high up the pitch, Anthony's got acres of space, United come again.
Yeah, Casemiro in a central position, looking out to the right-hand side. Bush gets in with a tackle. Boy, those two had some battles down the air. Balde was on the halfway line. Meanwhile, I think it was Koundé gave the ball away. And you can't give the ball away when your team are gambling forward like that. Rafinha with a brilliant turn in midfield. Ball through the legs of the defender then by Roberto as he nutmegs Luke Shaw to try and find Kessié right-hand side. Here's De Jong, chops inside to Busquets, returned back to the Dutchman. Pressed all the way by Fred. Will play a square ball across the defence now into the feet of Christensen. Want to drive out from the back here as Roberto dropping into position, whips it out to the right side. Good ball into Rafinha, overlapping run now coming from Koundé as he cuts inside Rafinha, fires it to the feet of Roberto, turns one way then the other, gives the ball away, and here are Manchester United on the counter-attack. This is where they're so dangerous. Fernandes inside to Rashford, looking to flick over the top. It's Casemiro towards Sancho. Rashford needs to get in a forward position now to support his England teammate as Fernandes is the shortest option here for Sancho. Good foot comes in from Koundé. Barcelona hands go up saying that's a Barcelona throw-in. We'll have to see what the officials have given. It's a Manchester United throw. Sancho back to Fernandes on the left-hand side for the first time in this game. We'll play a ball back into the midfield area as Martinez is pressed all the way by Lewandowski. Shoulder-to-shoulder challenge. No, says the referee. Lewandowski adjudged to have come through the back of Martinez.
It'll be interesting to see that again. It's actually like Lewandowski was just a stronger player, and we look at it again here. And yeah, to be fair, Martinez turned his back slightly, so it's sort of shoulder to shoulder, but there's a bit of action in the back of Martinez. It probably is enough for a foul. Credit to the referee, he's got that decision right. United in the opening 10 minutes of this half, Matt, absolutely fantastic. The pressure they've got Barcelona on. Barcelona cannot play a way out like they were in the first half. They're finding it really hard to get out of their own half at the minute. United fans at Old Trafford are in full voice, rightly so. They're the team on top, and every time at the moment United come forward, they look like they might score.
Yes, Shaw whips the ball into the box. Good header out by Araujo, only out to Anthony, who looks to curl one towards goal. It was looking towards the top left-hand corner, but Ter Stegen saw it and came and caught it. Manchester United were coming into this game with so much confidence and positive energy. It was completely sucked out of them in the first half by that Barcelona side, and the fans were rather receptive of that. They accepted that Barcelona were probably on top in that first half, but given the start that the Red Devils have had in this second half, they're right behind their side now, and boy, oh boy, are those fans causing an issue for Barcelona. They're right on top of them. They're cheering their team with every pass, with every play. That's putting some really, really good momentum into this Manchester United side, and that's why Barcelona are now trying to slow things down. Here's Christensen driving out from the back, quick 1-2 with Sergio Roberto out to the left-hand side for Balde, pressed all the way by Anthony. Good ball in behind, looking for Roberto once again, left-hand channel. Out coming there is Varane as the man looks to go past him in the shape of Balde. First touch is okay, but he can't get there before it just drifts out and playing out for a throw, and it goes once again. He is the outlet down that left-hand side, and he's gambling to come forward. It's almost paying off, but it's not quite paying off as much as it did in the first half.
No, it's a massive gamble, isn't it? And we've already mentioned it a few times, Matt, but that slight tactical change, that will change of personnel, really bringing Anthony on, just having that pace, taking out Weghorst because the hold-up play wasn't working, but the pace behind certainly is working for United. And now I'm wondering, how long is it before Xavi decides to make a change? Because his side at the moment look far too open at the minute, and it is Man United that look the more likely to score. And already in the opening 10 minutes of this second half, we've seen United open up this Barcelona backline with ease and create opportunities. And I think if the game continues in this manner, United are going to score more goals. And I'm sure Xavi will see that as well.
Yeah, and the problem for him as well is that he's taken his view before kick-off that he's going to play pretty much all of his central midfield options in the shape of Roberto, De Jong, Kessié and Busquets. He's got some youngsters on the bench but it's whether you call on them in such a massive game as tonight is the main options. He's got our fullbacks in the shape of Alonso and Alba, Garcia in the centre half, and Torres and Fati, who could come on up top and maybe cause some issue in behind of Manchester United. You don't really want to have to be forced to bring them on if you're chasing the game. Rather bring them on in a situation where you can exploit Manchester United, who are coming forward to try and get a winner, as Martinez steers one towards Anthony. Good header out by Christensen, controlled by Roberto. He then finds the overlapping run of Balde. He will chase up against Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He's looking for a man down the line. He's now looking inside as there's nobody down that line. He goes himself down the line. Wan-Bissaka will track him all the way. Chops back for a moment. Half tackle comes in from Wan-Bissaka. He stays on the ball. The young fullback whips it in. It's deflected towards the far post. Lewandowski's there. Good header from Martinez. Sancho's then caught underneath the ball. No free kick from the referee. And nor should it be, as Koundé gets onto the ball, then miscontrols it, gives it away. Rashford now to Fred, left hand side. Koundé all over his heels, causing him to trip and stumble. He's still on the ball here, the Brazilian, up against Araujo. He gets the ball flicked past him, then Rashford is chasing onto it, looking for a man in the middle. He's chasing back past the defenders. It's Busquets who puts the ball across the face of goal. But fortunately for him, there were only gold shirts there. This time it's Fred winning the ball back. Casemiro comes forward, flicks it over the top, looking for Fred again. Koundé, then a wonderful touch from Busquets, completely takes the sting out of the game, and then Sergio Roberto gives the ball away. This game is end to end, and Manchester United coming forward. Anthony with some flicks and some skills needs to produce after that. Wan-Bissaka driving forward, good footing from the defender. De Jong then brings the ball away. This game just does not calm down, and Fernandes rather cynically boots the ball at De Jong whilst he's already on the ground, and a melee is on the field here. Lewandowski chasing over, Araujo chasing over, Martinez is in the middle, as is Sancho. Is this going to boil over? Nothing in terms of over-the-top antics so far, I don't think, as Rafinha drags Fernandes out of the situation. Referee is staying calm. He's a very experienced referee. Of course, took the helm at the Champions League final last summer between Real Madrid and Liverpool. I think things were just argy-bargying there with nothing quite over the top. The yellow card is out of the pocket for Clement Turpin. I expect that is for Bruno Fernandes for that cynical boot at Frenkie de Jong, as he eventually will call somebody over. He's not happy here, the referee's calling Fernandes over. He's calling somebody else over. Fernandes yellow card, and a yellow card to what I presume is a Barcelona player.
Yeah, it was just a lot of things to sort out there, Matt. Originally, I mean, fantastic play from Fred, wasn't it, on that left-hand side. He then found Rashford in behind. Busquets again with that recovery across the goal. It was frantic, it was desperate for Barcelona. They just about got the ball cleared. Then we look at this replay here. De Jong done really well, just settle the game down, win a free kick, and then Bruno Fernandes just comes through and boots the ball into the chest. I can see why the Barcelona players are angry. It is a yellow card offence, but you don't want to be doing anything silly in a game like this. So, but to be fair, when you look at the replays there's nothing that was of sort of violent conduct, no red cards given out, nothing for the VAR to have a look at, but that just shows you the magnitude and how much this fixture means. Not only is this, a chance to reach the round of 16 in the Europa League, this is a massive, these are two of the biggest football clubs in the world. Manchester United and Barcelona going toe to toe, going blow for blow in Europe, and it's absolutely everything we wanted it to be and more.
Yeah, absolutely. As Barcelona come on, the attack across comes over the top of pretty much everybody there. The other yellow card, incidentally, was for Sergi Roberto. And cameras just focus on Alex Balde for a moment, who was the man free there with the cross on the left-hand side. I tell you what, that is really, really naughty from Bruno Fernandes. We finally have a chance, rather, to reflect on it without too much frantic nature of the game going on. Everybody knows that De Jong's gone down. I suspect that the referee's whistle has already come. And Fernandes in that situation, if you're in a shooting opportunity, fair enough, blast it through your laces as hard as he does. He's in a position where blasting it with your laces is of no use to him, apart from to try and injure the opponent. That's why I think that's a little bit naughty. And if that hits the head, I think a red card could have come out. As it was, it hits the midriff, and he rather escapes any excessive warning and just comes away with a yellow card. Here is Martinez looking for a searching ball in behind. Sliding challenge from Barca man in the shape of Rafinha. Good work from the attacker tracking back as Balde's under pressure from Sancho. Will clear out from the back. 61 minutes gone in this game. Independent unofficial off-tube studio commentary. It's Manchester United 1, Barcelona 1. Goal in the first half from Robert Lewandowski, and a second half goal thanks to Fred of Manchester United and his right-footed volley from the edge of the box. As Barcelona come forward again, this game has just been end-to-end from start to finish. Kessié gets away from Luke Shaw. Now Rafinha chasing up Martinez, looks in behind to try and find Kessié. Ball is in a good position. Kessié never had the legs to catch up to it.
You want it the other way around there, don't you? Want Kessié playing the ball into behind for Rafinha, who's got the legs and But Barcelona, to their credit, we mentioned the opening 10-15 minutes of this half, United looked really good, but Barcelona the last couple of minutes just seemed to have settled the game down a bit again. This game's kind of taken the same sort of pattern as the first half, where United come on really strong and then Barcelona settled it down. But having said that, United come forward again here, but Rafa Varane found himself in midfield. He's found Anthony behind.
Yeah, it's a good ball to the Brazilian on the right-hand side, chasing forward, just inside the box now, looks to chop back against De Jong, strikes towards goal, probably greedy in that situation, puts his hand up to apologise to Rashford, just smashed the ball straight against the Barca midfielder, who now retrieves the ball under pressure from Fred. That's pulling and tugging. It's more of a rugby tackle than a football tackle, and the referee will slow things down and give a free kick to Barcelona. Let's have a look at this once again. It was a great run from Wan-Bissaka, took a gamble, didn't he, against Balde. Question of offside looks on to me. I think Koundé is the man playing him on. As he drives into the box, if he hits that right-footed, he can whip it across the 6-yard box. As it is, he wants to cut on his left foot. It's the wrong decision.
It is a wrong decision, but you see Anthony do that so often, don't you? Get inside that left hand, he's just not very comfortable on his right foot, which is kind of, well, it's not good enough, is it? At this level, he's got there, shift the ball to his right foot, as you say, visit across goal. But I'll break off. United, here come Barcelona.
Yeah, on the counter attack, it's Rafinha chasing up. Martinez goes the wrong way. Martinez 2 feet in. Rafinha still has the ball. Fred gets in. His fellow countryman, then Casemiro brings it away. He fires it down the left hand side, looking for Rashford. It's overhit. It comes into Andre ter Stegen. I tell you what, it's a great chance for Barcelona. That it just falls their way. It's a flick around the corner. Rafinha can find his man on the left-hand side, but goes himself. This time it's Balde chasing down the left. He's got 3 men to aim for in the box. If he can get past Anthony here, there's a man that's come short in Rafinha. He's going down the line himself. Chops back with a Cruyff turn, looking for Rafinha now. Finds him. He's looking for some options. Goes short to Frenkie de Jong. This game continues its frantic nature. As De Jong left-hand side, Wan-Bissaka will track Roberto all the way. De Jong is searching for a ball far post. He's found a man in Koundé. Great save! David De Gea. Koundé in behind the defender. I'm not sure who it was. Didn't see him coming, but what a reaction save that is from De Gea.
Well, David De Gea, cometh the hour, cometh the man. He's done it so many times this season. He done it last weekend against Leicester. United were left found wanting defensively, but he kept them in the game. Then United went down the other end and ended up winning the game, of course, comfortably. But this time, it's a fabulous ball in from Frenkie de Jong. Barcelona, patient play. And then it's Koundé who peels off the back of Jadon Sancho. He's not got those defensive instincts. He's got no idea that Koundé's behind him. Koundé rises above. It's a good header. He meets it well. It's going into the corner. De Gea tips over the bar. Here comes the corner.
Yeah, it's whipped into the front post, headed away by Fernandes. Comes back out to Kessié. Steers it to the right-hand side. Here's De Jong searching in behind. Floats one into the box, searching for the far post. Good header from Varane. Chested down by Kessié. Left-footed volley to come down the middle of the goal as David De Gea stoops down like a tall giraffe and grabs the ball from the turf below him. I tell you what, there's been plenty of criticism down the years for David De Gea, and rightly so, because he's had his mistakes, as does every goalkeeper. But there's no questions about his reactions, is there? To his left-hand side, right arm comes over the top of him. It's just creeping underneath the bar. And what a save it is from David De Gea, because he gets the defender there, Jadon Sancho, completely out of trouble.
As I said, this season he's been the man so many times for United, and he's won them so many crucial points. Even when I look at the Leicester game last weekend, United were under it for the opening half hour, under the cosh for a long period of the game, as United seem to be ready in a few changes here. Garnacho and Diego Dalot being ready by Eric Ten Hag. Still no movement on the Barcelona bench, but what a save that is from David De Gea, and how crucial could that become the end of the game? But Barcelona come forward and they've got a man over on the left-hand side.
Free man in Balde, looks to get forward as the foot comes in from Anthony. Hands on the head there for Balde. It was Kessié driving through the middle of the park, just needed to just play the ball into a nicer position. It was bouncing up towards the young fullback in an awkward one that invited Anthony to put the challenge in, and boy did he put the challenge in, a crucial one at that. Takes another gamble down the left-hand side. Balde comes off him last and goes out for a throw-in on the far side. There's chance after chance in this game.
We've got no chance to breathe, man, in a minute.
Yeah.
But when I'm looking at it again there, Kessié, he's got to release the ball 2 or 3 touches early. He takes the extra 2 or 3 touches, and as you say, the ball's just not good enough. It bounces in front of Balde. He can't take the ball in his path, and then Anthony can recover. Christensen looks to be struggling a bit there, but the frantic nature of this game, I'm not surprised that Eric Ten Hag's now bringing on a fullback, because the fullbacks must be knackered. They've had so much defensive work to do, and Eric Ten Hag wants his fullbacks to get forward as well. It's going to be a direct replacement, like for like. Wan-Bissaka off, Diego Dalot on, and I'm just really interested to see what changes Barcelona are going to make to this game, because United, they've got strength in depth, and Barcelona, with their injuries, they've gone out. You've already mentioned they've got the majority of their midfielders already on the pitch. Yeah. Midfielders will be tired in a game like this. You need to be rotating the squad, but what's the change that Barcelona are going to make?
Yeah, I mean, this is where game management comes into it, isn't it? And I tell you what, I love this from Eric Ten Hag. I have to say, I absolutely love this double change here. Garnacho is coming on now for Jadon Sancho. Sancho's not done anything particularly wrong in this game. He's just not quite been in it as much as other players. And the impact that Antony has already had on the game, he'll be hoping that Garnacho can do the same with just some... All it takes is one dribble, doesn't it, off the left-hand side, and he could be in behind. And I tell you what, Wan-Bissaka is more of a stronger, deeper lying fullback who's going to be more defensive. Dalot will get forward and create here, and Manchester United are going for this now. And now they've got a little bit of momentum and the game is opening up. Why not from an Erik ten Hag point of view? And now they have Garnacho on the left and Antony right, Fernandes in behind Rashford. It's a really promising front line in these final quarter of the game now, as Fernandes turns it out to the right hand side for Antony. Overlapping run comes from Dalot. We didn't see that much from Wan-Bissaka, but here is the Portuguese, looks to get past his man. It clips inside, Christensen slips, it almost finds its way to Fernandes. De Jong clips it over the top of Fred, who was looking very happy to run onto that ball. It doesn't quite come through to him as Kessié chases all the way forward. Good ball from Martinez, out to the right for Antony. Underlapping run this time from Dalot. Here's Fernandes, looking in behind again, clips it towards the far post, looking for Fred. Header comes from Koundé, turns it back towards Garnacho with that new bleach blonde hair of his, as the number 49 Argentinian left-hand side drives inside. Down the left here now is Fred, driving down the line, clips it into the box, well read from the goalkeeper, Andre ter Stegen, and he grabs it with two hands very gratefully and can calm this game down now. Barcelona, having not made a change yet, are under a game of real frantic energy that they may find rather sapping as we come to the final quarter of the game now, and it will be Ben Rodgers to take us through to full time. I hope you've got your voice box ready, Ben.
I hope this final quarter is as good as the quarter you've just had, Matt, because wow, what a final portion of this game we could be in for. This game is everything. We want it to be more. As Balde looks to get on the end of this, and he's one of mine. Diego Dalot sticks to his task well there, the Portuguese, but Balde almost flicked the ball over his head. But to be fair to Diego Dalot's recovery was brilliant. He finds Antony. Antony's under pressure from Sergio Roberto and Frenkie de Jong, and does well there, the Brazilian winger, to win a throw-in. I mean, Manchester United and Barcelona, two European giants, mentioned 2011, just 12 years ago. This was a Champions League final. Both teams went through their transitional periods. They lost long-term coaches. They struggled for a few years, but now in 2023, both teams on the way up. Manchester United, of course, sit third in the Premier League. They've got a Carabao Cup final in 72 hours, and they're really on the up under Erik ten Hag. And as for Barcelona, they sit 8 points clear at the top of the league. And both teams now going hammer and tong, blow for blow. We've had a 2-2 draw at the Camp Nou last week, and now still nothing to separate these two sides. 1-1 here this evening.
That is the other factor that I must admit I'd kind of forgotten there, Ben, is the fact that the cup final's coming up, so Erik ten Hag has to rotate his players, doesn't he? Because he wants them all fresh and fit.
Exactly that, Matt, and that's probably why he's taking those attacking gambles, because he knows that there's potential of extra time looming at the moment, an extra half hour for his players, just 72 hours, less than that really, away from a Carabao Cup final, with a big chance of Manchester United to win their first piece of silver in what has been a few years now, isn't it? Barcelona finally ready their first change. It's going to be Ferran Torres coming on and Sergio Roberto coming off. I mean, it's hardly surprising that's the man coming off. He's put in an absolute shift tonight, hasn't he?
Yeah, not just that, he is on a yellow card after that melee between the two sides in the middle of the park. But yeah, an attacking change as well from Xavi Hernandez. That just points, doesn't it, to a game that you would expect that these sides are going to play out with some more goals. And I mean, with what, 20 or so minutes to go, Ferran Torres could have a hand, as there's been a strong challenge in the middle of the park here between Lewandowski and Casemiro. Both players are holding their shins.
As soon as the play restarted, Lewandowski just holds the ball up there, doesn't he? Knocks the ball away. Oh, I tell you, it's a real nasty one for both players, but it is no intent from either side. Lewandowski actually, he's trying to put his foot onto the ball, and he actually stands over the top of the ball and onto sort of the ankle of Casemiro. So it's a real painful one for the Brazilian. There's no intent from Lewandowski to score. It's kind of, he slips on the turf, and as he does that, he just plants his foot into the ankle of Casemiro. And I think Lewandowski, his actual impact of hitting the ground with his foot is what's causing the problem, whereas Casemiro's injury is more from the boot of Lewandowski. So both players do seem to be generally hurt here. Lewandowski's back up to his feet. Casemiro's still on the floor. But look at it again. Casemiro just tries to put his foot onto the ball, doesn't he? Slips, his studs sort of slip, and then he just lands onto the calf of Casemiro, or the ankle of Casemiro, I should say. It's a real painful one for the Brazilian, but there's no intent from Lewandowski.
No, it's a triple whammy, isn't it? If that contact is away from the ball and there's no touch with the ball or a defender, you could be looking at a yellow, if not a red, for Lewandowski in that situation, given it's caught Casemiro high on the ankle. As you say, the tackle comes in from Martinez, then Martinez's foot hits Lewandowski. Lewandowski hits the ball, then he hits Casemiro. It's an unfortunate one, which is why it is just a yellow card for Robert Lewandowski. Guess what? Fernandes is in the referee's ear to say that should be a red card. It's never a red card. And course, all the authorities will double check it. Casemiro will come out worse, but it's just an unfortunate football moment.
Thankfully for Erik ten Hag and Manchester United fans alike, Casemiro's up to his feet. He's not walking with too much comfort, but I think it's one of those ones which is just an impact injury rather than a serious injury. You just have to walk it off. He's probably been through about 30 or 40 of them during his long tenured career, Casemiro, and
30 or 40 match in a La Liga top rivals game, isn't it?
With Barcelona, yeah. So I'm sure he would have felt a couple of them from the team that they're facing again today. But with 72 hours away from the Carabao Cup final, I'm sure Casemiro will play a big part in that game as well. It's a short turnaround for United, but all eyes at the moment will be on today's game and progressing into the next round of European football. And United are on top of this game. Fernandes shrugs off Rafinha. Fernandes then cuts out, finds Garnacho. Garnacho's strike is a real poor one. It's blocked by Barcelona, and then it comes to Anthony, and Anthony's found the back of the net. It's a real scruffy goal in the end, but it's a fabulous finish from Anthony, and United lead by 2 goals to 1. The half-time substitute, Anthony, who's come on for Wout Weghorst, and he has changed the game around. United have turned this game around. The comeback's been complete. United lead by 2 goals to 1, Matt.
Spot on, Ben, absolutely. It was a really scrappy moment, wasn't it? It found its way into Garnacho in the middle. It was a really good blocking there from Christensen, who comes out to the edge of the box, and then Fred takes a strike as well. And just fortunately for Manchester United, like Barcelona in the first half, everything was falling for the Spanish side. This time it's fallen for the Red Devils, and fortunately as well for them, it's to Anthony on his left boot. He just takes that extra moment, doesn't he? Just calms himself down and then whips it into the bottom left-hand corner. There is a question of a foul against Bruno Fernandes, against Rafinha. I don't think they can go back and check this one, as it was on this left-hand side. We'll have a look, because Rafinha goes down. But having said that, what a finish it is from Anthony. Just succinct, wasn't it, into the bottom left-hand corner as he's looking at it. But once again, bounces over the goalkeeper's hand.
If we look at it again, it's Fernandes, isn't it, originally, who... he just shrugs off Rafinha. I don't think it's a foul, to be honest. I think Bruno Fernandes is just stronger. He cuts it back to Garnacho, who's really lashes at his shot. He doesn't get any real clean connection on it. It's blocked by Christensen. It's a good block, as we say, from the former Chelsea defender. And then it's Fred's effort again on his weaker right foot. It's not a great one. De Jong blocks. Then it falls to Anthony, but it falls perfectly for the Brazilian on his left foot to come onto it and curl it into the far corner. As you say, it's not right in the corner. Questions of Ter Stegen, but I think it's hit with enough power that the German just couldn't quite get down quick enough. United have the lead, the goal stands. What a massive moment in this tie, and Barcelona now have it all to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes it's not even great play that will create a goal, is it? It's just that momentum that will drag the ball into the back of the net, especially when you're at home in the second leg of a European tie and you throw on somebody like Garnacho and Anthony. Just creates that positive momentum around the ground, and Manchester United will be able to pick off Barcelona here now, because this plays perfectly into their hands. Because as quiet as Rashford has been up top tonight, he will find chances in behind Barcelona now, because they have to come forward in these final 15 minutes.
That's it, man. United have got to go for the game. Barcelona, I should say, have got to go for the game, and that just plays into the hands of United. Now they've got Garnacho, they've got Rashford, they've got Anthony, they've got players that want to run in behind, and that's just a real dangerous position, isn't it? As Rafinha, that's going to be his last involvement, being shrugged off by Bruno Fernandes. He's going to come off. Ansu Fati, the young Spanish winger, product of the Barcelona academy, is going to be coming on to replace him.
He just trusts his side, doesn't he, Xavi Hernandez? Those 3 midfielders, Kessié and Busquets alongside De Jong in the middle there, because that's a like-for-like change, and he doesn't like to change his formation, does he? He likes that traditional Barcelona La Masia 4-3-3, doesn't like to change it, but will that prove to be his downfall? Because perhaps you could say he needs another attacker on the field.
That's the problem, I think, with the midfield three. They're all fantastic players on the ball, aren't they? Kessié, Busquets and De Jong, but they're all sort of similar. They want to win the ball and then they want to play it off. They've not quite got that creative spark, that sort of number 10. But to be honest, to be fair to Barcelona, to be fair to Xavi, I don't really think they've got a number 10 in their squad at all. So it's kind of just not the style of play they've got. They've not got a player like Xavi in their team who could really pick a pass and unlock a defence. But the pace of Fati, perhaps, he's going to be up against Diego Dallo, of course, has only just come on. He's fresh legs, so it's going to be an interesting one to look out for. But as we say that, United have got the ball deep in Barcelona defensive territory in a minute with Luke Shaw, who's taken the throw, and he finds Marcus Rashford, plays the ball for De Jong, and then Araujo looks to shield the ball off. He knows it's not going to go, so he's under pressure from Bruno Fernandes and Rashford, and Fernandes brings down Araujo there. It's going to be a free kick to Barcelona, just inside their byline, really, as United, Barcelona have taken that quickly to he finds De Gea, who finds Christensen. Christensen allows a drive out with the ball. United, who just dropped a bit deep here, but again he has to turn back under pressure for Bruno Fernandes. He finds Frankie de Jong. De Jong finds Arujo. Arujo is driving forward now with the ball. He's not got a lot of yellow shirts to hold his arms out as if to say, where is the support? He has to... Well, that was in. Then Rashford's came in, it's taking a deflection, but it is going to be a goal kick. What an opportunity for United to double their lead, man.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just a replay
It is
there.
6 free kicks for United and 6 free kicks for Barcelona. Total corner kicks, one for each. Now, if we talk about the offsides, there is no offsides for both the teams. None of the teams have been got any offsides till now. But if we talk about the throw-ins, it is 9 throw-in from United. It is 7 throw-ins from Barcelona.
Martinez. Is he going to put the ball out of play? Here's Casemiro, and United will have to do that because Rashford is on the ground needing treatment, and that will just halt proceedings. Him and Arujo going for the ball, shoulder to shoulder. I think it's the way he fell down. Marcus Rashford. Anthony there, he's come onto the pitch and has performed it. It was his moment that has put Manchester United on the verge of the next round of the Europa League. An Nacho shot was blocked by Christensen, and then so was Fred's. The ricochet found its way left-footed towards Anthony. It's a really good finish from the Brazilian. Came to Manchester United for a lot of money. Anthony scored in his first 3 Premier League games. No Manchester United player has ever done that in the history of the club. He has found it difficult, has had a few injuries, and he has struggled. Rashford's on the ground here getting treatment. which is a major worry. Marcos Alonso, who started this titanic tie between the two sides, is about to come on. Rojo is about to come off, and Marcos Alonso is on. So Alonso on, Christensen and Balde. Koundé will be the back four. Huro is off. So odd move. It's a former Chelsea centre-back partnership. Rashford is up and walking. It's a pleasing sight for Manchester United fans, especially with Wembley on Sunday, West Ham on next week Wednesday in the FA Cup, and a trip to Anfield also. De Jong, and they've given the ball back to Manchester United as it's moved to the right side. Garnacho got up against Koundé. It's won by Koundé. Torres now to Christensen. 8 minutes to go plus added time there. Ferran. Torres to Busquets. De Jong. Christensen and Alonso. Living to Lewandowski, trying to give the give and go. Garnacho, United look very dangerous on the break. Here with this man, Garnacho. He goes past 3 players, steams past Sergio Busquets. He knows he hasn't got the pace to keep up. The veteran midfielder with Garnacho. And you can see his yellow card. The Barcelona captain schemed past Koundé, and they just hold the back of his neck. Sergio Busquets, and his face also. That's why Garnacho's holding his hand. His head in his hands at the moment. All eat into more time. He's actually getting treatment. Yeah. Busquets. Just apologising to Garnacho. More time being eaten. Of course. Right, so Hargreaves decided to sit at the bench now rather than be on the touchline. Javi's stopped being on the touchline. Those travelling Barcelona supporters, they want a European voyage. It's not been a great European campaign for, but dumped out of the Champions League into the Europa League playoff, and they're facing Manchester United. There's a Garnacho to get treatment and leave the field. I haven't missed anything here on flash score. Sure. Just lets this run to Martinez. Martinez looking towards Anthony as he heads this back onto the right side for Dalot. He's been quiet since coming on, but he's won that ball. That just went out of play. It will be a throw-in to Barcelona alongside their own penalty box. And he's been told to move back there, Balde. 5 minutes to go. Plus I'm sure a bundle of added time. Casemiro up. Torres fires the ball. Lewandowski. And Casemiro just dashes that out. And the referee gives Casemiro a yellow card after Lewandowski went round Casemiro right at the top of the centre circle inside Manchester United's half. And a card for Casemiro. Busquets to take this. Free kick. Christensen to Busquets. Busquets now onto Ferran Torres. Torres has to go round Garnacho. It's good work here from Torres. And it's an excellent challenge from Fred, but it's still alive here for Barcelona. Kessie can't keep it in. It will be a goal kick to Manchester United. Marcos Alonso's ball was overhit. We wait for De Gea to take this goal kick as the clock continues to wind down. The tempo of the game has dropped significantly as Erik ten Hag prepares another substitution with Luke Shaw driving into the Barcelona half. It's Scott McTominay coming on, and it's for Marcus Rashford. Well, he didn't get a goal tonight. He's still stuck on 24, and he's hobbling off, not straight to the touchline, to the tunnel, straight to the bench, which is good. And he's feeling a little tightness, and have a cup final on the weekend. That's the end of Rashford's evening. Sure. Fernandes putting pressure on Christensen. He's not going to go anywhere, Christensen. Great work from Bruno Fernandes. And I think Barcelona will be disappointed. Lack of clear-cut opportunities they've created in this 90. They have the goal via the set piece, the penalty. Outside that and the Koundé header, they've not produced anything, the La Liga leaders, and they don't find an equaliser here. And finding themselves an unbeaten run ending. Manchester United's home unbeaten run extended. Koundé on to Shaw. Another throw-in one by Manchester United. 2 minutes left of normal time. Wait for a throw-in to be taken. Luke Shaw will take it down this left side. My prediction I'm going for is 5 minutes of added time, maybe a bit more, as Manchester United with a throw-in over the halfway line. Shaw into McTominay, into the left channel. He's up against Christensen, McTominay, and he can't win the ball. Will be a goal kick to Barcelona. Just coming to beef the midfielder up. No Sabitzer tonight. Will be saved for the final in mind. Sturgeon. Back to Christensen. This has to go long now for Barcelona. You're nearly stuck with the La Liga leaders there. As Fernandes fired this now to McTominay. McTominay approaching the corner flag now. Back to Garnacho. Garnacho now to Casemiro, and he loses out. Fred doesn't win the ball back from Frankie de Jong. Fred doesn't even get back to win the ball. He mistimed that tackle. Shaw tries to bite it. Ferran Torres. Barcelona moving right, and it's good defending for Rafael Varane. 5 minutes added on of added time. 5 minutes away from Manchester United reaching the last 16 of the Europa League. The draw will be tomorrow. But Barcelona have just started to probe a little bit. They put a low cross in, headed away by Fred. Header completed now by Martinez. Fernandes has been fouled, and that's a smart free kick one by Bruno Fernandes, and now eat into more time for the home team. And for Erik ten Hag's side, have taken the free kick quickly. Garnacho running at this Barcelona defence, goes down the right, and he couldn't feed it to Anthony. So Stegen wants to put it on his left foot. He's going to make sure he doesn't give it away. He gives it to Marco Alonso. He pokes this forward. Balde. It's all pedestrian from Barcelona. Need to just launch this, which Alonso doesn't. He actually plays alongside his back line towards Christian. It's a minute down, 4 to go of the minimum 5 that's been awarded at the end of this Europa League game. Still Fred and Martinez battling in the middle. Lewandowski's been so deep tonight. You haven't seen him in those positions in the 6-yard box. Worst case scenario is Manchester United conceding now ahead of the cup final. Barcelona have put in all their assets and kept some of their assets on, whereas Manchester United removing Rashford have one eye on the weekend. You'd feel with that, with Bruno Fernandes now leading the line. Christensen, he gives it straight away to Shaw. Shaw running into space. Casemiro looking to Fernandes, he wins the header. There's no one there. There is an opportunity for a break. And Erik ten Hag is not happy with the ball not being kept by Manchester United. As I said, they've lost that attacking threat now with Rashford coming off. Balde. Let's see Fati's ahead of him. Let's see much of Fati. Balde just goes past Fred. De Jong now, 25 yards out. He could pull up. Who's there? Varane's there to cut it away. And that's a ball that's kept it by Ferran to the far post. And the header by Fati is an effective. Anthony clears. That was a moment of quality and uncertainty for Manchester United. Barca providing the goods, and United have won the throw-in. Alonso thinking he's won a free kick rather than the throw-in's given to Manchester United. You see the replay from that Ferran Torres ball. It does reach a Barcelona ahead in Ansu Fati, who takes it away from Lewandowski. And Alonso, who believes he's fouled, she gathers the ball in the attempt to win a free kick for the little nudge from Bruno Fernandes. Man United have a free kick, but they've lost the ball. It's with Kessie. Less than 2 minutes left. They've swept themselves to the right foot. Here, it's a shooting chance. It could be an equaliser, and it's cleared off the line by Raphael Varane. Lewandowski with the chance to take us to extra time. Manchester United completely stretched from their right side. And it's Raphael Varane. The header completed out by Casemiro. It's the 2 old Real Madrid boys that are denying Barcelona. Huge celebrations in that defensive line for Manchester United. Is excellent defending for Manchester United. Still Manchester United 2, Barcelona 1.